about that. I was going to send it to you.
Go.
Hello and welcome to tonight's episode of Loot, Die, Repeat, where a bunch of us, what are we tonight, Rich? New Year's Evians?
Fantastic fellows.
Fantastic
of
fellows of, yeah.
We turned into Lord of the Rings.
Yes. Fellowship of Loot.
Fellowship of Loot.
Get together and we do a lot of laughing at each other. Some dice rolling and collaborative storytelling known as Dungeons and Dragons. And we're excited to have you along with us as we do a special New Year's episode on Wednesday night. Next week we will be back at our normal time on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock, so we hope that you are there with us. And we hope that if you need to catch up, you would jump on YouTube. All of our videos, our past videos are up there. We're going to put the last week's, the holiday Christmas one up soon. We'll get a couple of them up. But the original episodes, the first 10 are all up on YouTube. And tonight is episode 13. And we are excited to be moving along. Would certainly appreciate if you would follow us, maybe even consider subscribing. And especially if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can do so for free. And, of course, tell others as well. Any announcements from you guys tonight?
How much did we raise for Toys for Tots?
So we had $50 donated to Toys for Tots as we 100% matched, and then some, these subscriptions that we got for the month of December. And so we had 9 subscriptions, and we gave $50. And so thank you so much for those, and would certainly appreciate if you continue to subscribe. Yeah, so $50. Got some toys for kids. That's always a good thing. Our fighter, blood hunter guy, and our bard are on their way, and will hopefully be joining us in a little bit. But before they do, why don't we jump into a little recap as we begin tonight's episode of Loot, Die, Repeat.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-bum. Hey!
All right. So, as moniker, our intrepid adventurers.
Adventures of the Week.
That's right. A little bit of arguing over the name. Hunted the fugitive Periton that had attacked Waterdeep. The party was led by their kobold guide, Vekel, back to Atakrek Cave, the home cave of the kobolds. And they came upon a small cave system built into the side of a cliff face. There was an entrance into the lower level, beside which was a small pool of water into which a small waterfall plummeted from above. Further up the cliff face was a small opening about 30 feet up, and a rope had hung down to an opening that they could climb to the upper cave opening. Very dark cave entrance. Upon entering the lower cave system, Moniker was attacked by 3 ferocious owlbears. After taking care of this sleuth of owlbears, the party took a short rest as they were mocked and taunted by a mysterious voice from the cave above. At the end of their short rest, the hopper inside of Hold's chest began to glow and resonate and instantly teleported Hold, Eli, Vincent, and Morthos into the elemental plane of ice known as the Frostfell. After being frozen to near death and being let go by the seeming overlord of the Frostfell, the dragon Virgla Rime, our heroes outran a frost drake and stumbled upon wandering Tomten's trading post and sauna, where they helped him fight off a Yeti. Sadly, the Yeti had used a basilisk in the attack that succeeded in turning several of Tomten's reindeer to stone. Agreeing to help Tomten find the basilisk to retrieve its gullet so that an anti-petrification concoction could be made, the 4 members of Moniker set off after the pack of Yeti. And upon successfully tracking them through the snow, Moniker used the element of surprise to take out the 2 surviving Yeti and kill the basilisk, successfully extracting its gullet and return to Tomten. even though Morthos was turned to stone in the process. And after being magically rejuvenated by Tomten's sauna, the 4 adventurers were given some cool new toys by Tomten before the hopper began to resonate again and whisked them back into Anakrek Cave, where Malcine, grasping her necklace, had somehow managed to recall the missing members back to the material plane. And with 4 of the party now fully rested and the other half healed up, Moniker faces whatever awaits it in the upper caves as the taunts continue to ring out in the darkness of the night sky. And it is here that we begin tonight's adventure. So Moniker, what do you wish to do?
You're back. I was so greatly distressed when you guys just vanished.
Where did you go?
We went to the winter frozen land.
Are you alright?
Yeah, in fact, I feel rejuvenated. It had a wonderful spa.
Spa?
Yes.
Yeah.
What was this place?
Frostfell.
Frostfell.
Well,
On the elemental plane.
I've never been there before.
How about that?
I hope this doesn't blink out when we sorely need you guys.
What have you guys been doing for the last couple of hours?
Trying
Hours?
We were running away from a big dragon.
I said we trekked through the forest, the snow. We fought many creatures.
That's not
It
possible.
had to have been hours that we were gone.
I don't believe it was ours.
You were barely gone any time at all.
That makes no sense to me.
Rygar, roll intelligence check. History. Vincent, you can do the same.
That's a 3, by the way.
3.
Was it?
You ain't
History.
very bright
History.
today.
Oh.
No. Hopefully.
19.
19. Vincent, you know that time works differently on different planes of existence.
Yeah, you guys, I seem to recall that in one of these books that we found recently, it does mention that it's possible to open a portal to another plane of existence and be gone just for a fraction of the time.
Wow.
So that's probably what happened here. But you guys say we were just gone for a blink then, huh? Yeah, we were gone for a few
minutes.
hours. Yeah, Holt speaks the truth. There was a dragon. There was, what were those frost creatures, Holt? Remember?
Yes. Yeti.
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 Yes.
There were Yeti.
We had to
Correct.
slay some and then rescue some reindeer for a giant?
Frost giant.
Frost giant, yes.
Reindeer, Yeti.
Giant is
Right.
relative.
Mm-hmm.
He was bigger than old.
True.
That is.
I'd call that
Does
quite
seem
giant.
pretty big.
Well,
And don't forget the basket that turned me to freaking stone.
you were turned to stone?
I do not want to talk about it.
What's an adventure?
It's a shame we missed it.
And it's about that moment that you hear ring out, as you have every couple of minutes, another voice. Blushash pusme! That kind of is, and you hear this in Abyssal, and it's face me, you weaklings. What are you waiting for?
Well, this fellow up here has been taunting us.
That's right. I kind of forgot that he was up there.
Well,
We were gone
running
for so
from
long.
dragons
It's been a
turning
whole
to
day.
stone.
I know.
Have you responded?
I have not to this point.
So we're trying to figure out to get you guys back.
Go ahead.
Well, what should I say?
Hold your horses, maybe? Relax. We're chilling.
We mean
Well.
no harm? I don't know.
Let's not lie.
We all get
Discretion
better
is the
now.
greatest part of wisdom, so I
Maybe you should
Say
ask him
that
what
we
he wants with us.
think.
Huh.
What do you want?
Silence. dismay. Your death.
What did he say?
He said our death.
Oh,
Tell him I died once already.
so pleasant fella then.
Seems it. What brought you to these caves?
No response.
I don't know if he can be reasoned with.
Do you want to maybe tell him we're here for the Periton? That's all?
Maybe he's the Periton.
What do you mean?
Or maybe he is a friend of the Paragon. We do not know.
We are here for the Periton. Have you seen it?
Kumbaka. Come and get him.
I assume he's up there.
Are you ready?
Probably a good call.
You need a few more minutes.
Do I?
Or are you ready? Ready? Eli.
Lost time
They
is
all
never
know.
found again.
They all now know where we've been. It's only been a few seconds.
Where were we?
Frostvale.
Frostville.
Oh yeah.
It's only been a few seconds for them.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
We were there for like half a day.
He explained time fluctuation.
Okay.
Planes of existence.
Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
I heard there was a sauna.
I try not
There
to think
was a
about
sauna.
This sauna, let me tell you.
It was great. Yahoo! Let me tell you.
Yoo-hoo.
Yeah, that's what the guy said all the time, right?
it. Yo ho ho ho.
And ho ho ho.
Well,
Uh-huh.
Anyway, what are we going to do about this guy upstairs?
Yeah, are you ready?
I think we will kill him.
yeah.
Do we just want to go run up, or do we want to try to scope anything out first?
How would we? It's 50.
Well, he.
There's
Up.
a rope outside.
You did try to scope it. Tony did fly into the cave
Did that.
and was
Blown up.
summarily flashed away as a rune went off.
You still have that spell that can hold up to 500 pounds, right?
Yeah, I have that scroll.
Right. Can we use it like an
It only
some
goes
sort
up.
of lift machine?
It only goes up, I believe, 10 feet.
Okay, there goes that.
Well,
There is this rope.
and I have another rope.
Yeah. But have you seen my biceps? I don't have very much upper body strength.
No.
Hold, can you carry me up?
Yeah.
Alright.
Rhaegar,
Yes.
I've seen you as we travel through woods. Very observant. Mayhaps there's a different way up. Take a peek at the pond and the waterfall, perhaps.
I can take another look. Why don't we make our way
I'd
up?
rather not carry the 6 of you. Oh, on my back. So yeah, it might
But
be
you go
10.
outside, and outside the cave, there's a small little body of water that's collected, and then a stream flows away from that. A waterfall comes down, flowing out of the top cave, and it's not a heavy volume of water, but it's enough. You can roll perception.
Ooh,
19.
Okay. Through the darkness, you are peering around and looking, and you don't really see any other entrance into that upper cave. You do notice through the waterfall some intermittent breaks in the water, but there's no real reason that you can see as to why that would be. But you do notice that there's just some intermittent breaks as the water flows down.
There are some stoppages in the stream of the fall, but other than that, I don't see much.
so this looks like the path. As I point to the hole in the cave.
Path, I can't make out.
Is that where the sound's coming
Are
from?
we all outside now?
The hole, or outside and the hole in the wall?
The sound is coming from the top.
Okay, so through the front of where we are.
Yeah.
Where Tony was.
Not through the hole that's right next to us.
So you were in the lower cave,
Mhm.
and there's a pathway up to the outside opening about 30 feet up,
Yeah.
and you can hear the voice coming through that opening primarily.
Are we
I
all,
say someone climbs the rope to see if there's any traps.
Are we all outside?
Right now you're outside the
Not
lower cave.
volunteering for
It is
that.
dark, so those of you with dark vision can see. Those of you who don't have dark vision, you have a torch lit, which has been lit since the owlbear encounter.
I walk over and just walk through the waterfall.
Okay, yep, you walk up to it, and as your body is at home in the water, and it almost parts around you of its own accord as you walk in, kind of like a beads spreading along
I like
a door opening, and as you step through, do you have dark vision?
No.
I didn't think so.
No.
It's just on the outskirts of the torch, and you can see that it's just rock behind
Okay.
it.
Alright.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? Hidden passage?
Something like that. I don't understand why there would be stops in the water if something wasn't there.
Rocks out, jetting out, perhaps?
I'm gonna cast detect magic as a ritual, so it's gonna take me like 10 minutes.
Okay. So you guys are waiting around for that, and more taunts come down from on high. To the effect of quit dawdling and face me, you swits. And
Do you tell me he says that?
This one has quite the tongue. He seems to really want us up there.
I say
Tell
we go
him
up
good
and cut
things
it out.
come to those who wait.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Do
and
that.
I get up with a torch and I start walking up the 30-foot.
this 10 minutes goes by as Hold ascends, and you're at the outcropping, rope up another 20
Stare at
feet.
rope.
Yep, there's nothing there. You don't have dark vision, so are you carrying a torch? You have a torch in your hand, and you can see to where the rope goes over and disappears beyond the ledge.
Can you see any traps?
Are you up with him?
Oh, is he up at the rope?
He-
He climbed
he-
up?
He just left
ascended.
us.
I didn't climb a rope yet.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're just at the bottom.
Vincent, what are you doing with your detect magic? That lasts for 10 minutes.
I'm first checking out the waterfall because
Okay.
she said there's something. There's
Roll
like,
perception with disadvantage, because, well, did you light another torch as well? How many torches do you guys have?
I've got one.
Okay, so you two have one. So
I have
are you
one, too.
down? 3 of you have one. Okay. Okay, so then you can roll with normal.
11.
11. As you check the water in the waterfall, you don't see anything that is magical. You see some magical auras coming from some of your members,
Mm-hmm.
but beyond them, nothing.
Okay. Then I would.
You do get a sense of the bag that he's holding, newly acquired, is giving off a magical aura.
Mhm.
And you see that he's got a knife that was given to him that's magical.
I was there for all that.
Yeah, so some of those new things those gifts that were given have a magical essence.
Mhm. Can I walk inside to where you went inside, right?
I don't know if it's inside, but I went
Yeah,
30
he
feet
went
up.
in the lower cave and then up the
Yeah.
pathway and is now on the outcropping where the road comes down, the rope comes down.
Okay, yeah. After I don't see anything in the waterfall, depending on how long it takes, go inside to where Hold would be, where
With
the
the
rope
ball
is,
as well.
to see if there's anything in there that would trigger it.
So, for the sake of this, I'm gonna put you guys. The rope comes down on the left side of the waterfall,
Okay.
and the outcropping is large enough for one person to ascend to kind of grab hold of the rope and go at a time. So, the rest of you three would be behind Hold in the cave. All
Okay.
right. As he's outside, you are behind him. So the order right now would be Hold, then Sola, then Vincent, then Morthos. That's what I heard.
Guys, I don't see anything. I don't detect any kind of magic on any of these walls that could be possibly like a secret passage or something that we need to activate. It could, I mean, it might be a hidden passage, but it's definitely not magical.
Not magic.
You can detect magic?
That's what I'm doing right now.
Does this glow?
It glows very brightly. You should be proud.
Hey, should I focus on seeing if there's a Fae or a Fiend up there? Or an undead? I don't think anything's undead.
Maybe not undead, maybe fiend.
It will help tactically, for sure.
So we're thinking Fiend instead of Fae?
No idea.
Alright.
Probably fiend. What language was he speaking?
Well, he's speaking Abyssal.
I probably don't know what that means.
The
So,
language
you
of
might
the
know.
demons.
Oh, yeah, that's a fiend.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna use my Hunter's Bane and I'm gonna focus on Fiends. So I'm gonna clutch my book and start muttering some incantations. My eyes go black, I open it up, I start reading, keep muttering, close it up, and I'm focusing on Fiends now.
As you do so, and that works within a what? What's the aura of that?
If I'm actively tracking one of these creatures, I can't be surprised, and I can recall information about them.
Have to be actively tracking it?
That's what the Hunter's Bane is. I am now actively tracking a Fiend.
Okay.
I can't focus on undead or Fae.
So does it give you, I'd have to read it. Does it, so rangers have something where they can detect creatures.
It doesn't work like that yet. Right now I'd be looking for information. If it speaks Abyssal, it hasn't shown itself, it's in league with the Paraton. Am I able to recall any information that would point to a certain type of animal handler for said thing?
Roll history check.
With advantage, because I focused on that, or no?
Yes.
History?
Yep.
13.
So you know that Abyssal is spoken primarily by demonic entities or creatures associated or affiliated with demonic entities. And so there are creatures from the abyss, which would be considered the demons, and then there are those who are affiliated therewith, which aren't from the abyss but still speak demonic.
Okay. And from what I've heard, not speaking the language, do I get the sense of one that's from the abyss or one that speaks the language but not from the abyss?
Can't tell.
Okay. I got nothing for you guys.
Okay.
One of us just needs to climb up there.
I tug on the rope with my arm.
It is a normal rope, so you get the sense that would be fine for a kobold to climb up. Roll a general intelligence check.
Okay, hold you.
Let's go. 9.
Before you go up, big guy,
Oh.
I could tie my rope to one of the unbreakable arrows I have and use that.
Makes sense. You couldn't possibly break it.
All right. This one seems fine though.
And you know, you could, the arrow wouldn't break. You can't say the same for the rope itself with his weight, which is, with looking at that, you get the sense that it's a strong rope, but you might be too heavy for it. As you look at the wall, it is scalable.
He has the silk rope though.
Okay.
Okay.
Stronger than hempen rope.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we still don't know.
You can.
How many of those, how many of those arrows
He's
do you
like,
have?
please try
I
one of
have
these.
3.
Can he?
Well, he just said it is scalable.
So why don't you kids try this rope? I'll just start up the wall.
Okay. Morthos, why don't you try this rope?
Alright.
Oh!
Is it worthwhile for me to take the rope and tie it and drop it down if I don't die on my way up?
Well, I suppose so.
So I shove the torch in my mouth, sideways,
Yep.
and take a big chomp on it.
Be careful, if this is the only way up, there may
Can
be
I
an
climb a rope
ambush
in
waiting
stealth?
for us.
There most certainly
Ready
is.
and willing.
Try.
Yeah. So he has to go first. You're rolling
Okay.
to climb,
Mm-hmm.
unless you're letting Morthos go first.
And how far up is it?
Ratio.
20 feet. So only one of you can stand on the ledge at a time.
Right.
So one can begin the ascent, and then the next can start.
I'm in the
How
front.
many
I'm
do you
just
want?
gonna start
Okay.
after I realize.
So then I need
I'll
you.
give you a rope back.
I need you to roll
Thanks.
athletics.
17.
Wait, it's a waterfall.
There's a waterfall.
Can you just...
It's not a heavy volume
But I
of
can
water.
shape water.
You can shape water in a 5 foot, a 5 foot cubic area.
So could I shape them into individual steps and walk up?
So shaping water
Mm-hmm.
is you could shape them into steps,
Mhm.
but that doesn't change
They wouldn't support
the
weight.
composition, so it doesn't turn into ice, for example. So it would be steps of water, but,
But
it's
I
still
can freeze
it's
water.
still a liquid. Not with the shaped water spell. Can you?
I think I can.
Okay. Why don't you read it and
Okay,
let me
I'll
know?
let you know.
Right now? Yeah,
So
I'm going up right
Bolt
now.
is still climbing
I'm
up.
already climbing.
Yeah. You rolled a 17?
Yeah.
So as you get about halfway, roll perception, please.
Come on, baby. Oh, that was a toy. 14.
So you are climbing, and out of the corner of your eye, roll with disadvantage because you have torch in your mouth. Never mind. Out of the corner of your eye, you see a splash in the water that's cascading down, almost like it hit something and then kept going. And you look, and you don't see anything.
I can freeze water.
Okay.
I'm going to climb sideways towards it.
Towards it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And as you get there, you feel you watch as a stone moves away from the edge. It's not a large stone, maybe like about this large, right? And it moves away from the wall slowly and then is thrown at you and hits you right in the face. And I need you to roll a athletics check to see if you can hold on.
A rock got thrown in my face. To the rock, man. Nine.
Okay. One of your hands falls and the torch slips out of your mouth.
Great.
But you're able to hold on. It didn't hurt you, but it was definitely something intentionally did that to harass you as you're climbing.
Am I able to attempt to catch the rock as it falls from my face?
The rock or the torch?
The rock.
Okay. Roll acrobatics.
Yep.
Now with disadvantage as the
Oh, for
torch
sure.
plummets away.
For sure. For sure. 14.
Yeah, you with your free hand catch the rock as it smashes off your face. Torch goes down. Catch the rock, and you're holding the rock.
Does
and
it feel special?
Throw it back.
It feels like a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going back exactly where it came from.
Okay. Roll your attack with disadvantage.
Throwing its dex, right?
It's dex. Yep.
You're super dexterous, right?
Super dexterous. 4. Sorry, a 2.
2. It crashes into the waterfall
Yep.
and then knocks against the wall and falls down into the little pond below.
And as I was watching it happen, how far away did it look like the motion came from? Like where the rock went.
It
and
looked
then
like it came out from the wall slowly, about maybe 2 feet, and then was thrown at you.
And I missed it from 2 feet away. Did anyone-
I mean, no, it was about 10 feet away from you. So
Okay.
let me. I don't have my pointer. Hold on.
Fine.
Did
From
anyone
like in the
else-
water, right?
That's what I was going to ask.
We would have seen him drop the torch.
Right, but would we not have seen like the jolt and the?
We could
Hear
ask
the
him.
clang, I bet.
We could ask him.
Did we see any of this?
So you guys. So Morthos is the one right below him. The rest of
Someone
you are all
else, yeah.
in the cave. Hold is up here about 20 feet, 10 feet, and then from kind of in the midst of this waterfall
Okay.
as where you saw this happen.
Well, I'm frustrated and I just climb straight up as
Okay.
far as I can.
All right. So roll athletics again.
15.
And you get to the top.
Blind as a bat.
So you, it is pitch black. It is pitch black, and you do see an opening just through the moonlight, but the moonlight does not reach the inside of the cave mouth. You see the water here that cascades down. Morthos, what are you doing?
I'm going to immediately climb up the rope.
Okay, you start climbing behind. I need you to roll an athletics check with advantage. Because it is a notched rope.
Oh, thank goodness for that, I guess. A 15.
15, alright. As you get about halfway up, I want you to roll perception.
With advantage or just normal?
It is just normal.
14.
14. And you are focused on getting to the top as a rock slams into the side of you. I need you to roll an athletics check.
Well, I'm full off then.
No, you're not.
That's a 90, yeah, but that's a... That, would you say in athletics?
Yep.
So that would be a 17.
You maintain your grip as you continue
-2.
climbing.
Do I
And
get to the top? What do I see?
What kind of rogue are you?
you get
Not
to
a
the
very
top,
strong one.
and Hold is standing there kind of thinking about what to do as you get behind him, and you see a set of singe marks about 5 feet in front of Hold at the cave mouth that kind of cover that entire left side over here.
Do I believe that's where Tony flew in? Does
It would
look
make
like
sense. It looks
Makes
like there's scorch marks all around there. Roll perception.
Oh, that's good. Be 21.
On the other side of the little stream, you see a rune on the floor and a rune on the ceiling directly above it. And then the stream, and then the singe marks. As you peer inside, as you peer inside, you see the stream kind of comes out of the stone over here. There's a little gathering of water to the right on as the rune kind of fades. You can see there's some mushrooms and general stony detritus kind of in the central chamber here, and then you see kind of a little stone wall at just the edge of your dark vision here, which wouldn't let you see any further into the cave.
So I will.
So who's next on the rope?
I'll be next.
Okay, Sola, go ahead and roll your athletics check with advantage.
18.
And a perception check.
Don't you get thing on perception?
10.
10. As you're climbing, out of the corner of your eye, You also see a rock that is moved out and tossed your way.
Can I attempt
But
it?
this one, you saw it soon enough to try to dodge it. So you can roll a dex save.
19 plus 6.
And so you dodge it, and it clanks off of the wall behind you and falls down, and you can scurry on by. You saw this, again, it looked to you like a rock was just pulled out from the side and then just tossed at you.
Before I go all the way up, I'm gonna kind of softly whisper, guys, a rock is being thrown on the rope. Be careful.
Okay,
I'll
so
scurry back
there. Who is after? So Sola, you reach the top, and you see Morthos and Hold, kind of peering into the cave mouth.
I'll go next.
Hey guys,
Okay.
well first I cast light, and then I'm gonna yell, who's up top? You and
Us three.
S3.
you guys, hey, you guys have any rope up there you could drop down and maybe we can avoid all this? Seems like we're being attacked, but it's making climbing a little dangerous.
Back.
He did give it back.
Give it back to him.
I'll go next and I'll take the rope.
Alright.
Okay, roll your athletics check.
And you cast light though, right?
Hey, you go.
I
You got
cast
fire?
light, but I'm at the bottom.
Oh, you
Do
got.
you
You
want
cast
me-
light?
I
How
can
far
cast-
does
You cast
How
You
far
want me
does
to cast
light
light
go?
on something?
How
30,
far?
30 feet, I think.
Can you
Oh,
cast
30
it
foot
on
radius.
the top of my head?
Are you wearing a hat?
A hood?
I don't know if a hood. Yeah, alright, I'll try.
Yeah, glowing
So-
target.
So if light is coming up, I'm gonna.
You know what? I'll give you my quill. I'll cast light on that, and you.
Put it behind my ear.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the edge of the water and look down. And as they're climbing up, if I see a stone move, I'm gonna try to splash at the area that the stone is gonna show up.
Okay, so the movement was farther down. I mean, it wasn't on the same level as where you are now. Just
Like how far off the edge of the water? Like, can I just redirect water to the location of where the stone is thrown from?
you can try.
I'm gonna try.
Okay, so who's Eli's climbing?
I've got the silk rope and the quill in my ear. And I'm climbing up. Now
Yeah.
after you said that,
Roll your athletics with advantage.
that one's cocked.
That was a good one.
8.
8. So you start climbing about halfway up. You get
Come on,
there,
weakling.
and I need you to roll perception with disadvantage because you're focusing on the.
That's a 10.
And as a rock slams into your face, I need you to roll athletics with disadvantage.
Ooh. That's a 2.
You fall back down towards the cliff edge. I need you to roll an acrobatics dex save to see if
Normal?
you normal.
That would be a 14.
14. You slam and manage to catch yourself on the side, not falling the additional 30 feet, but you do take 3 bludgeoning damage as you fall.
Do I see where this rock is thrown from?
Roll perception.
Ow!
And which one of you is gonna be better? 13.
13. You saw him get hit, but it happened so fast you couldn't quite follow exactly where the rock came from.
Did I see where the rock came from?
You did not, because you're standing inside of the cave mouth.
Hold. I'm holding onto the rope still, right?
Yep.
Hold. Can you pull me up? Just pull the rope up. I'm gonna hold on. And I want to be extra vigilant now that I'm not climbing.
This could be
Okay.
I still have the quill.
This could be very bad.
Could be.
Okay. Hold, you can roll athletics.
I'm still looking for this thing throwing a rock.
Okay.
Hold, pull me up. I'll look. Don't look. Don't multitask.
Too late.
I don't know how.
Hold. So roll perception, not advantage, just
Well,
straight.
then we'll take that. I'll roll again. 9.
9. All right. Roll athletics.
Am I pulling you?
You can pull him up.
20.
Okay. You pull him right up. Nothing happens with you.
I dropped the rope back down.
Rope goes back down. Morthos, as you are you staying where you are? Are you moving to the cave further? Sola, what are you guys doing while this is going on?
that.
Let's do that.
I'll walk right up to where I believe this rune is being projected across the.
Okay, yeah,
the hall.
it is right in front of you,
All
right there, and the other one is right on the other side here. So it's kind of on flanking the little stream that flows down.
I'm gonna throw a rock past the rune, like just like a little pebble, to see if it like bounces back or anything.
So the only rune you actually see is on this side. There is no rune here, just scorch marks.
Scorch mark
Oh.
over here.
So I mean,
Back up.
I'm gonna still throw like a little pebble by
Yep.
the rune.
Roll just dex.
23.
You throw it right over the scorch mark, and it goes right in between, and nothing happens. It goes through and lands harmlessly in the mushroom patch here in the center.
can I cast Mage Hand?
Yep.
And I want to try to go through where the scorch marks are around
my
the area and
gosh.
see if Mage Hand goes through.
Okay. You cast Mage Hand, and the hand comes out from your hand, kind of a spectral version of it,
Oh, it's a little creepy.
and you manipulate it, and it essentially is mirroring exactly what your hand does. And any movement you make with your hand, the Mage Hand is doing as well. And you just make it go forward, and it passes right between the scorch marks.
We need Vincent up here.
I was going to say, we need Vincent.
So-
we need the wizard.
I agree. I have his light source in my ear. I also have this silk rope. Do I find anything I can affix the rope to on
No.
the higher level?
Yeah, there's a little outcropping that you can tie it. Where you guys are situated, how you're standing, no one else can fit up there until you move further into the cave or try to ford the river.
I accidentally bumped Morthos back through the scorch marks.
That'll be wonderful.
So just so you know.
Okay.
So who is next up to ascend?
Who's left down there?
I am.
I am.
You three.
We're all.
And Jax.
And
I
Jax.
think somebody should yell over that the wizard should come up next.
Jax says, I think I'll go last.
Well, there's not much room, so why don't you move ahead?
We need the wizard to see if we can move ahead.
Or I can.
I see
like
what
that.
Wisdom is
I'll
doing
go.
as much as we can.
This is like that.
The bird's gone.
So I'm gonna tie the rope around my waist.
The rune's gone.
Alright, so there's two ropes now,
It
right?
is gone.
No, it's
There,
on the
there are
right-hand
two.
side.
There's still only
Right.
one person
The
who
one-
can fit out
one
on the
that
ledge
was
at a
where the
time.
scorch
Right.
mark is now gone.
That's true.
I get down on the old rope and I go halfway down or as far down as I need to, and I just kind of hold there.
Why are you?
Okay.
Because there's no room to move up there.
So you are
unless your fat
dangling.
ass is moving in.
I think Morthos just needs to move in.
Dangling from.
You said that there's hold spots. I've got my feet on
Yep.
one.
So you're kind of rappelling down,
like not super far, just far enough.
10 feet down, 5 feet down,
Just hang from the ledge.
10 feet.
10 feet down.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you standing directly over the outcropping, or have you moved aside so someone else can climb up from the outcropping?
Well, where did I tie the rope? Directly over it?
Yeah. Well, there's only it's kind of. Yeah. You said the original rope. You went on the original rope.
I'm on the. But what about the silk rope? Where did I tie that person?
That's slightly off to the left, and you'd have to kind of catch it and pull it over and then climb up as at a
right.
angle.
So is he climbing up the silk rope or the original rope? I'm gonna go on whatever opposite.
Well,
rope
you
he's-
said you were doing the original rope,
So I assumed you were doing the silk rope.
okay, the silk rope is the tide is further away from the waterfall, so you would be on the person climbing would be next to the waterfall, then you would be on the left side of them.
Let's do it.
Okay, so you're 10 feet down, and Vincent, you're climbing. You can roll with advantage.
I'm still looking.
Oh wait, you didn't knot the silk rope, so you can roll straight strength check.
Can I
No,
just,
that's true.
Why doesn't Holt just
can I just yell
Carry
to
him
him to
up.
pull me up?
You can? Are
Pull me up. I don't have the. I have this staff.
Okay.
So you roll your athletics and roll perception, because you're checking this out, I
Still
assume.
perceiving.
19.
And he's just pulling me up, so I'm
He
looking
just-
out.
Yeah. So you're going right up.
19 perception.
19.
still have the feather in my ear right now. Illuminated
I mean,
feather.
I'm still looking for wherever this stone comes from, too. If it comes again.
Catch it in your mouth.
You see a rock emerge very clearly. It's plucked out from the side and tossed at Vincent. Vincent, it hits into you, but and again, it's not meant to do damage. It's meant to knock you off course, distract you. You get pulled straight through it. But you see it's the same general area, same general spot. As it's thrown, the water catches
I don't know if we really
a piece of something that looks like it's there, but you can't see what it is.
Do
And
I see where the rock comes from again?
you can roll perception. No, you don't.
5.
Guys, I think there's something invisible over here. Picking up rocks and throwing it.
Oh.
Through the water or
Not through the water.
Right next to, near the water. And it's not the same spot every time. It's kind of the same generalized area, though.
Yeah.
Like a ghost.
so Vincent's up with us now?
So Vincent is up with you now,
Shall I shoot an arrow at it?
I don't
And there's
know
no
what
more
you'd be
space?
shooting at, though.
and you are dangling 10
I'm
feet
still
down.
10 feet on a notch.
Yep.
Do you guys have a torch up here? Anybody?
He dropped one.
Alright.
I have dark vision.
You have light cast
There's
on
light
you.
on the edge.
You have
These
light
two
on the
have-
edge.
he
I'm only
dropped
10
his
feet
torch.
down.
Okay.
Or am I have to take that from you?
There.
Hey, can you get my torch?
I'm just gonna cast light on my staff and then
Yep.
wait to see if I see any stones move to make an attack.
So are you looking down or looking into the cave?
I'm looking into wherever the stones were coming from.
They're coming from the climb up.
Okay.
Nothing from inside the cave that you've seen.
Vincent, there are these weird. There's a rune on our right and scorch marks right in front of us. Do you think it's a trap or do you think we can pass through?
Can I make an Arcana check on the rune?
Sure.
18 plus 8. 26.
The Arcana, there looks to be on the rune on the right. You see a symbol in red that immediately makes you think of a evocation sigil. The color and the experience from Tony before, because it looks exactly like the sigil that he flew between, makes you think that this is a fire ward, a fire trap, that if you would pass between the one on the floor and the one above it, they're matched, that there would be an explosion, which is exactly what Tony did when he flew between them and set it off.
Do I know a way to disarm it?
You would have to do a... No. You know it is possible to do so, but you don't know the magic currently on how to do that. There are such things as dispel magic spells, but you don't know how to do that. You know your master name does, but you haven't learned that yet.
How wide is it at the top? The waterfall.
The waterfall is about 10 feet of water. It's not very deep, so you can walk over it pretty easily. And then there's a 5 feet on the other side where the sigils are.
Okay.
The sigil here, and it's flowing here. It's rather shallow, a little deeper here, and then dry here where the scorch marks are.
So is it safe to pass through the scorch marks?
What do you think?
I would think not, since it's scorched, but
Is it a trap that blows up multiple times, or is it a once and done sort of a?
it seems like
You don't
'Cause-
see a sigil on this side, just the scorch marks.
you guys were throwing rocks at it, weren't you?
Yes, and I did pass my mage hand through, and it did nothing.
You guys went through the scorched side. Did you want to
Yes.
also go through the sigil side?
I would like to with my mage hand again,
Okay, so you go through the sigil side, and nothing happens.
and nothing happens. Okay.
you think a rock would set it off?
Did you guys already try that?
Only through
tried
the
that.
scorch side.
I mean, you could try, but it's probably set for something living.
Guys, whatever we do, can we do it quick? I'm still hanging here.
And you're blind.
I'm
Just like
gonna take a step forward
Just
to the
hanging
scorch
in the
side.
dark.
Okay, you step into the scorch side, and as your foot passes over the singe and falls to the ground, nothing happens, and you are in that spot.
Is it safe? Can I come up?
I think so. Come on, guys.
Okay. Use every bit of strength I have for this 10-foot climb.
The
Don't
water does pour through here. You will have to step through the water, but you don't see any sigils on that side.
Is the water moving fast like I would fear?
No,
it?
it's
Since I know we
it's
need
a
to
bit of
make
a-
room, can I now move to where I see I'm going to follow Sola through where she did not blow up, but then move across the water to those stones and try to hide behind them?
okay. So the sigil now is right behind you,
Yep.
and if you
So
back
just don't
up,
back up.
if you back up, you would go into it. But
Right.
there are a bunch of mushrooms here, and as you step closer into this,
You die.
I said hide. Hide it.
more of the room does open up to you.
You can see the camera.
And so you can you see that there's an opening back here and an opening here from this wall. There's a seems to be some sort of faint, very faint light source, but you can't really tell what. You also, as you roll perception,
Nat 20.
as you take steps over the water, you hear a low laughter. Usaka.
Shaka. Are you up there with me?
Not yet.
He said you suck.
She said Lusaka and is hungry.
My outfierce here.
No, you do not. You don't know what this means.
So I will go to Sola.
I speak Undercover.
Sola, I see nothing, but I can hear that he is taunting us.
Guys, come on, hurry up.
Can I come up yet?
You're good. There's room.
I'll pull you up. Okay. So
I'll go next.
here,
There are rocks being
Rygar
floated
says he's
on.
going next, and then we got Melcine and Jax yet to go. So I need Rygar. Are you being pulled or are you climbing?
Do any of you three have a torch?
I have
Yeah,
a
I do.
torch.
You have a torch? Okay, so I can still
I'll
see.
grab the torch.
I have it lit
And
up
then,
right there.
I'm
the one
down.
you dropped?
Below.
yeah. Oh, can you pull me up?
Yeah.
Okay. So roll athletics.
And I'm keeping
roll
an eye
perception,
out for moving stones.
Roll
I
perception.
am as well.
Woo!
There is not enough. There's room for one other person to peer over the side.
So I only got a 9 on athletics.
Okay.
I'm not peering over the side.
You got a natural 20?
I did.
So as you're climbing, you see the rock start to emerge, and you see it from the very get-go, and you think that you know where the center of mass is, and you can take a shot at it.
Yes.
I'm going to.
Go for it.
How does he?
Because he's a beast.
Do I see
That
this?
is
Holding on with his
unnatural
legs.
20.
Don't even. Yes, he went upside down.
There you go.
Peter
You
Parker
wrapped the
style.
rope
And
around
so
his legs.
as you're up, you've wrapped the rope around your legs, and you have your arm around the other side, and you're watching for this, waiting. You see it. You pull an arrow, and in one fluid motion, as you're being pulled up, you let loose, and the arrow goes and hits an invisible frame. And then with a shudder, you see a greenish creature hanging onto the wall with an arrow sticking out of it. It's got horns going up and a small little mouth with black beady eyes. It lets out a scream as you hit it with the arrow. Roll your damage. Go ahead.
That's a 7.
7 damage. And as you hit it, it breaks off the arrow, snaps its fingers, and starts scurrying up. And as it does, it turns invisible again and scurries up away. I need Hold to roll perception.
Did I see this happening?
That's what I'm about to find out.
9.
You, in losing your grip on Rygar, he with the jerking motion of the arrow, he shoots it, and then immediately begins to fall because you lose your grip on it. You catch him, and in focusing on catching him and pulling him back up, you don't see anything going on. But you do reach the top. You wounded this thing, but you don't. It's not dead. It did make its way back up over and above.
I apparently cannot see things.
Yeah, I know that.
So.
I'm more concerned on how if he's got a bunch of these little things, how do we
and
hit
they're
something we
invisible.
can't see?
I don't even know what's up there yet.
I know.
So we got Nelsine and Jax
Alright.
are still set to go. I'm going to say, for the sake of expedience, because you dealt with the little invisible threat here, that you get the other two of you up with ease.
Okay.
However, you are going to have to move further into the cave to get them.
I'll move a little further into the
Okay, so
Hold, you should go
I caught a glimpse
ahead.
of that demon. It was greenish, and it had horns.
What demon?
And that invisible thing throwing rocks.
I was looking for it the whole time.
I
There's
hit it
nothing
with an arrow.
there.
I hit it with an arrow and it made its way
Nothing there.
It went where?
up.
Just rocks falling
Turned
from the wall,
invisible
people.
and went back up.
Ignore him, he's crazy.
I didn't see anything.
all right. So you were all arrayed here. You all know to avoid this square right here with the red sigil right there, and you've all kind of moved in. Hold, you're in the back because you pulled Jax up last, and you can certainly move
As long as I'm
around.
not in the back.
Mushrooms right here, cave,
I thought Hold goes
wall
in
here,
first.
laughing, chuckling, coming through from somewhere in here,
Can I move
Hold.
directly up behind
What?
that wall?
Get ahead of us.
right
Oh.
there.
Yep.
Someone give him his
In
torch.
stealth if I can.
What are you,
Might as
like,
well.
attached to
Roll,
light to my
roll your
shield?
stealth.
That's 10.
10. Okay.
Hold your torch.
You're up there. You stumble over the mushrooms a little
Yeah.
bit, but you get your back up there.
Sweet.
I don't see anything else from that vantage point.
As you look to your
Left?
right, well, now your back's to it.
Okay,
So
yeah.
as you look over here, you
only
see the
do one at
wall.
a time.
As you look over here to your right,
Give me that.
left on the board,
I'm gonna grab
Oh, he already knows we're here, so there's really no point in stealth.
So, this guy here put light on my shield.
okay. So your shield is a light,
And I'm
There
gonna,
goes
I'm
stealth.
I'm
gonna
gonna grab my rope.
and you see
Oh, there you
a
go.
opening here. You see a faint opening there, opening here and here.
Can I hear where the chuckling, specifically what direction the chuckling?
It seems to be coming from these two openings here.
Okay.
move it, out of my way.
Hold goes ahead of us.
How far up do you go, Holt?
Oh, just right in front of Morthos. And I say, what am I doing?
So you're
It
standing
seems
here
like-
next to Morthos.
It seems like the voice is either coming from the first two holes.
Is there an entryway on the right and on the left then?
Yep, here and here. And there's a opening back to here which you can't quite see into.
First 2 holes. There's only 2 holes here.
I have no idea.
This one and that one. Which one?
It sounds like he is coming from both, so I would surmise that he is on the other side of this wall.
I still don't know what we're talking about.
The wall that I'm standing right in
Straight or
front
to
of.
the left?
The first two. Those two. He's coming from those two.
Alright. I go up the side. 10 feet.
This way?
Yeah, I want to see what's going on over there.
What? As he's doing this, what are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm gonna follow
Yeah.
him.
I'm following the crowd.
I'm following the
Me
crowd,
too.
sandwiching myself
So you're going up to
conveniently
here?
protected by all
Yeah,
sides.
that looks good. And I'm gonna.
I'm gonna move to the left side of that opening, to the corner right there. Yeah.
Perhaps we should flank? Yeah, from both sides?
Kind of doing that?
I don't even know what we're flanking.
Kind of doing
I'll
that?
do that. Sure.
A wizard of some sort.
Anyone else want to be in a different position?
Yeah, I'll go to left.
Well, it all depends on what I'm actually looking at.
Can I go to the right a little bit?
I'm not going.
Like,
I'm not going behind Hold because he can't see anything.
No, I got light on
He
my
has
shield.
light on
I got
his
third.
shield.
Yeah, but your perception sucks.
I got doesn't
Okay.
matter. Eyes work.
Left.
Left.
I'll be right. Can I step into where Eli was just?
Where was he just? Like here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ish.
Good.
I'm going left too.
Oh boy. Am I going by myself?
No, I'm
No,
going to,
yeah,
I'm going
like,
to the right.
it's like-
Power split.
So
We're
more of
split
those-
4 and 4.
You look
And
in,
what's
and
one?
you can now from that vantage point you can see a large pit here.
Oh,
Hit.
Pit, and as you glance in with your dark vision, you see several makeshift cots, hammocks, and bunks, little straw patches strewn about, or are actually carved into the stone, almost like bunks on a submarine. And they're all smallish, so you get the sense that this is kind of a sleeping quarters and a refuse dispenser
Yep.
that they kind of use here. And so they all that's kind of the sense that you get here. You don't see anything that looks, it's dark. You can only see it because of your dark vision. Hold.
Yo.
As you look ahead,
You get shot in the face, but it only rolls a 14 to hit.
you see a wall.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna go around the wall.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything?
I'm gonna follow.
Up to the corner.
As you get
10
there,
feet
you can
behind.
begin to see in further. Hold. You see to about there. You can't see around this corner yet until you go through the roll perception, actually.
Here we go.
20.
Oh!
Yay.
You're about to step forward, and you see another sigil on the floor in front of you.
Nice.
Step on it.
Is this only a 5-foot area?
Yep, it's just a little doorway, and there's a sigil on the floor and on the ceiling, just like the one out front.
Vinny, do you have another Tony?
I'm not next to you.
You're
I
right
went
there.
left. No.
You're like 20 feet away.
As
That's like
you
across
as
the
you
room.
yell that out, you hear very very clearly, "Bushka Maka."
Maka yourself.
You hear he utters some very unflattering things about feminine private parts.
Why would that be on his mind?
Which our DM probably really translated from an abyssal that he found out. I say, hold. More magic here. Careful. And I follow around to where I think Morthos is.
Okay, so you come back around, and you go ahead in front.
Honestly, I can't tell what's going on.
Yeah. it's
Is the
hard to
black
tell.
the ground like?
So the black here is
Kinda
a wall.
shadowy.
This is a wall right here.
Okay.
This is opening. This is an Rygar and Morthos are right behind the wall. At the mouth of the opening, they can see into this.
Okay.
There's another wall right here.
I'm sorry. I thought there were multiple paths. Never mind.
No, this is a wall. This whole thing is a wall here. Wall right there.
My passive perception's low. I'm sorry.
Yep. So if you would get in front of Morthos and Rygar,
That's the plan. I'm gonna reveal myself to that room.
okay. So as you
Where's that?
Careful with
Gross.
signals.
Where's the room?
I got nothing.
Oh, that's not menacing.
okay.
Just a giant skull.
So as you peer into this room, there are lots of things that you see.
Oh boy.
First of all, roll perception so I know exactly what I'm describing.
Great.
That was a good dice, dude.
45.
Better.
19.
Woo! Okay. So you see that the ceilings here go up. They're about 15 feet high. The walls are moist with pools of water speckled about. And there's one larger pool in the back. And then a 5-foot incline to an upper little pedestal area. There's a large dragon skull that seems to be melded into the stone, and it looks to have been fashioned into a makeshift throne fit for a small creature. Several small four-legged gray creatures with sharp claws and scarred faces that have the snout of a pig and the pointy ears of a bat with jagged teeth and small beady red eyes are around the edges of the room. A cloud of fetid gas seems to be emanating from each of them.
Ew.
It's farting.
Okay.
Bolt rushes in.
The squeakiest chair known to man. Oh,
It is.
I just thought it was other noises.
I just shine the light from my shield on closer to make sure I'm seeing what I'm seeing.
Yep. You also see a very large, muscular creature covered in brown fur with black highlights standing above the dragon's skull. It stands atop hooved feet, while a short tail pokes out of a cloth loosely tied around its waist. It has jet black hair that cascades down its head and back, and two large ebony horns curl outwards and up into the air. A metallic ring pierces the middle of its black nose, and angry black eyes stare down at you. A red cloth is tied around its forehead as it looks at you with a curled smile, brandishing a giant axe ready for the assault.
I repeat the last two words that he said to me in the pistol. I try anyway.
Roll a history check.
14.
You have read about these. You know this is a minotaur.
Ooh.
Next to it
Where's the red string?
stands a dog-like creature sitting down, waiting to attack. Except this dark gray-furred creature has two heads instead of one, as it stares at you, growling with two sets of sharp teeth clenched at you, dripping with spittle.
Oh, pleasant.
Shouldn't he be guarding?
Throw some rations at it.
But that had 3 heads.
Finally, there is a second, smaller, furred minotaur standing behind this on the upper platform. This one wears a red and white robe that cascades down from spiky metallic shoulder guards and comes to rest over metal leg guards that cover the lower half of the beast. Its forward-pointing horns are plated in metallic protrusions that make the two bony extensions look even more ominous. There looks to be some sort of alchemist lab set up behind the creature as it stands with arms outstretched over a large winged pteroton.
What color's the pteroton?
Let's leave.
And goodbye.
This was fun.
Yeah, I look back and I say, nothing to see here.
The pteroton has its eyes closed and wings folded inward, and its body glows red while the minotaur performs some sort of ritual upon it. You hear a sound as soon as you appear. It says, Tukash Vachalo Kasa Pisal Tundamai. Then you hear the one behind it, as it's concentrating, say, Du Sabaltan Posashar Kanditos Daimko Rakavit.
It's thinking it.
I don't like what's happening.
Freaking orders.
This is what you hear. And I need you to roll initiative.
Oh, everyone?
Everyone, yep.
Well, we
Wait,
have
what does it
that,
say?
so, yeah.
Sure, of course.
Wow. Ooh.
I'm a little scared.
Oh!
Crit. Fail.
Me too.
Fail?
Yep.
Oh no.
Beautiful.
What did it
For
say?
initiative?
You too.
Was that a 7?
Yeah.
7.
I mean, I rolled a 5.
I didn't roll that bad.
Rolled a
It
natural
was
one.
really bad. We're in trouble.
He commanded somebody to.
You can, on your turn, tell
Okay.
them what you said.
Okay.
So,
Which is last.
That's
so,
last.
Yeah.
I had Morthos with a 22.
Yep.
And I hold
Anyone
my
else have above a 20? 15 to 20.
17.
Ooh. Vincent at 17.
18.
18
Two
for
meat
Jax.
shields are
Very
rolling pretty
good.
well.
10 to 15.
Big old 10.
11.
Okay, so Melcine and Eli. Rygar had a 1. Sola on hold.
7.
5.
Okay.
I'm a little higher than her.
Ooh.
He rolled a 7.
I'm before Sola, but that's okay.
You also rolled poorly.
I rolled a crit 1.
I meant him, I'm hoping.
You were correct. What you were trying to do.
Yes.
Wait, aren't you before me
I
though?
rolled
Yeah.
a 2.
He almost fixed it. But
It
he's-
should be.
Wait, what's
Then he
your...
put it back down.
But we
+4.
need to know what they said. Yeah.
What?
Oh, that one's better.
Stop it.
It's supposed to go hold
Also,
and then
hold is
Sola.
before me.
Cute.
Yeah,
Oh, great.
Oh,
That's
no.
wonderful.
All right.
FNA cut.
Okay.
Do we all even see this yet?
I'm gonna use my reaction
You-
to pee myself.
You hear this
If I could.
exchange, and you
So my
see
little
Hold
diesel leaks out.
see Hold ready himself, and you can yell something out as you are all readying initiative if you care to.
Nothing to say here.
Blue bird!
That's all you hear.
Okay,
I thought it was
Morthos,
red.
you are up.
Well, I hear Hold yell
That's what
blue
Jack
bird,
says.
so I'm going to. Can I move just 5 feet to the left, or is she? Is that where Hold is technically?
You have to move past him,
All right.
or you can move diagonal. That would be in front of him.
Can I move
Oh no, I don't
past
sing
him?
anymore.
Go
I
10 feet
strictly
left?
drum.
And then I assume as soon as I turn, I will see what is going on.
You do. You see that all there?
I'm
Am I a
going
boy or am I?
to
Oh,
You
I'm
are
a boy.
You never change back.
pull out
I'm
my
a drummer.
crossbow.
Okay.
And can I hold my action to wait for somebody to get within 5 feet of
Have your djembe
the
with you.
little guy that's kind of the first guy I see?
So this one right here.
Yep.
And when someone gets within 5 feet of him, you want to attack
I'm gonna attack
with your
with
crossbow.
my crossbow.
Okay, very good. So you do see that this cloud of gas emanates out from these little guys, and it goes out about 10 feet from
10
them.
feet from him.
Okay, just so you're aware of that. You do see this kind of rolling off of them.
Okay, close.
Okay, I need.
Methods.
Okay, the guy in the back, kind of after he's done speaking to the larger one, puts both of his hands on the periton, and you see them glow red, and then he opens his eyes slowly, steps back, and crosses his arms, and just says, Kusha, which you know means go. And the larger one, the larger Minotaur, begins bounding forward and just stops in the middle of these four, and he looks at you and he waves you forward, and he has his axe brandished ready for you to go. And Jax, you are now up.
I am going to, kind of as he's running, I'm gonna go on my drum. Boom, 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 boom. I'm mocking how fat he is.
Okay. You do need to be able to see him
Oh, can I
to
see
do
him?
this. Not from you're over here. There's a wall in front of you.
Is there like quarter to the right if I step to the right?
If you go over here, there's only you'd have to get all the way over here, which is right next to
What
the
about quarter to the left?
this wall blocks.
Oh, it goes all the way
yeah,
across.
it's all the way through.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like it goes all the way.
Yep, the opening is right next to where
You
the
can,
table is.
buddy. I'm going
The
to.
signal you'd be safe though.
Then instead, maybe I'll just bardically inspire hold.
Okay. Hold, you are inspired. You have a D6.
Hold!
Okay.
Love it.
Vincent, you're up.
Instead of just scream your name.
Are you staying there?
Where are the little creatures that
I'll
are?
take a couple steps to the right. But I don't want to block anybody's way.
So
There
from there, right around there, you can peer in, and given the light from Hold's shield, you do see this little gray creature here, and you also see the Minotaur there. So you can now do your mockery if you care to. If you do, if you move forward, there is the sigil right in front of you.
Oh.
Yeah.
But that means it's probably a two-way thing, so she'd be safe back there.
Because that's a bonus action. Yeah, now I will mock him.
Okay. So I need to roll. I rolled a 2.
Just don't move forward, Hannah.
Nice. So you get 1d4 damage.
Big money, big money.
4.
Woo!
Psychic damage, and you have disadvantage next to the attack roll.
Disadvantage of the next attack roll. And how much was the damage?
4.
4. Okay.
Big
very
roll
good.
there.
Okay.
Hey,
And
it's more damage
Vincent,
than
you're now
everybody
up.
else has done so far.
Very happy for
Do I see the Minotaur from where I am?
You do not. There is a wall directly in front of you.
I'd like to step
I
forward
know.
to where Hold is.
So right here, there's still a wall in front of you.
Oh, jeez.
You need to get out behind that spot.
Yeah, I can't
Come
tell
on,
where
Meat
the wall
Shield, get
is.
out there, Mo.
There's also a wall right here, so you'd have to come over here or back here. You can move through their spots.
Yeah, I can't tell where the wall is. I'm just gonna step forward to see what's ahead.
So that's
As soon as I see the Minotaur, I'm gonna.
10 feet right there, and I need you, now that you stepped into that space, I need you to make a Constitution save.
Are you in the mist?
He stepped into the fetid cloud.
Oh.
It's a 9.
9?
Mhm.
Okay, you are now poisoned.
Okay.
And you retch as you smell this absolutely disgusting smell of death and rotting flesh, refuse that overwhelms you. You can make the save again next turn, but
Okay.
you can only take an action or a bonus action, and you have no reaction.
Okay.
Hot diggity.
So can I cast a spell?
You can do an action or a bonus action. Yep,
All right. I can see the Minotaur now.
you can.
All right. I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Force on him
Okay.
and put a giant scorpion right in front of him.
Okay.
He's gotta make an intelligence check or a saving throw.
This giant man-eating chicken.
10.
No.
So he believes there is a scorpion in front of him.
Giant scorpion.
And as that appears, he immediately takes a swing at it
Oh, nice.
and another swing at it. And as he does so,
There's disadvantage on it. He has disadvantage on that swing.
right. Good point. Okay. All right.
Well, that means he doesn't have it on me.
So he swings and swings, and then he shakes his head, and he looks up at you, and you get the sense that he no longer believes there to be anything there.
What? Why?
Because then when he made the attack, he passed his save. Isn't that how it works? Am I doing it wrong?
Make an intelligence throw on a failed save. You create the thing, and he believes it.
Yep. So he had an action held for the first enemy that he had to see to attack.
This is the one that goes on to like.
Yeah, it's huge. think that's the one where it's kind of up to the DM if he can make another save, depending on his
Is this the
actions
same
or
one you
thoughts.
did in the Frost Spell?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you made 2 separate attacks against it. The first one would have missed. The second one, I rolled 19 to hit, which I assume hits a scorpion.
He can hold a multi-attack?
It's a multi-attack is the one action. So
I think he can only do an investigation on it.
Dungeon manual.
I think you can only do an investigation on it, because otherwise, if you do an attack on it, but if you fail the investigation, he'll tell himself that for some conceivable reason he missed or whatever, so he would still believe the spell or the illusion.
okay.
So it's always against my spell save DC.
Yeah, it says he rationalizes any illogical
Right.
things.
Okay, so I will make the save again on my turn, on his turn.
So he thinks he hit.
So he thinks he hit it,
But,
and
okay.
yeah,
Or didn't
But
you
we don't
wanna-
know if he passed the in.
right. Okay, very good. Are you staying there, Vincent?
I'd like to move out of the cloud of poison.
Where would you like to go?
Back to where I came from.
You move 10 feet, and now you're moving 10 more feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Melsine, you are up.
Show me again where the symbol is.
Right in front of Jax here.
Okay.
Don't go forward.
I want
I'm not
to
moving.
move up. Not into that area, obviously, but enough that.
That's 25 feet right
Okay.
there.
Can I see the little guy?
You can see this one right here.
Okay. I would like to thorn whip that guy.
Yeah, roll your attack.
15.
That hits. Roll your damage.
6.
6 damage.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And I'd like to pull him through that symbol.
So you can move him 10 feet
Yep.
closer, which does get him right on top of the symbol.
Uh-huh.
And as he goes over the symbol, it erupts in flame.
I swear to the Lord, if I am in the splash zone,
And it is 12 fire damage. It is resistant to fire, so that's 6 fire damage. I need you to roll a dex save, Jax.
Sorry.
Love it.
You're gonna dex.
5.
Okay,
It
you
was
take-
wibbling right on that 19.
You take 6 fire damage.
I'm sorry.
Okay, and I now need you, Melsine, and Jax to make Constitution saves.
Because it's still emitting.
Melsine kind of hates me.
Sorry.
That is a critical fail.
Okay,
You're
I
dead.
actually love the play.
14.
14. Okay, so you are able to kind of shut out the smell,
Save you.
but Jax, as you are scorched by this flame, you take a gasping breath, and as you do, you breathe in deeply this poison, and so you can only take a bonus action or action,
I'm so
I
sorry.
can't do both.
and you can't do a reaction.
Okay. that's not bad.
This thing, however, does look pretty hurt, for what that's worth. Eli, you're up.
I did want to move.
And the sigil is no longer there, so it's
It's gone.
It's gone.
I want to
It's nice and
move.
protected my
So you have
corner.
5 feet of movement.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about me stepping forward.
Yeah, just out of his direct line.
I was
Yeah.
just thinking it'd be
Okay.
safe back there.
So
I was thinking too.
Eli,
Where am I?
you are
Which one am I? I can't tell.
Directly
you are
behind
right
you.
here,
Oh,
directly behind the wall.
Okay.
If I move right,
It would
can I
be
find
teetering.
room on the one that Melsine pulled and shoot it?
1, 2, 3, 4. You can.
Oh my gosh.
Jax is in front of it. You can get up close to it to slash it. You'd have to make a con save. If you are farther back, you can try to shoot past Jax, but she is in front of it.
Can I try that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It does have
Yeah, maybe.
cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no. This one. It's cocked. Ooh, okay. 21.
21 hits. Roll your damage.
5.
5 damage. Arrow or bolt pierces into its head. It lets out a "Ah!" and it falters for a second and then catches itself, readying a claw in a desperate gasp of death to go after whatever is in front of it. Hold, you are up.
Oh, we took out my sword.
Okay, so I got taunted, and what he sees is me dodging around a scorpion to attack the big minotaur.
Okay. So you run up. In order to get through there, you do have to get into this cloud. So I need you to roll a con save.
It's poison, right?
It is poison, so you have advantage.
22.
Okay, and a second one.
25.
And a third one.
20.
You're fine with this smell.
I don't actually need to breathe. So if it has to do with breathing, it might not even affect me.
Actually, that's a good point.
Because you can just be underwater.
I don't have to
need
breathe.
air.
If it affects my skin, then yeah. Or
Jordan
my
Sparks.
whatever it is.
Jordan Sparks.
You know what? I think I would say that because it is breathing and you don't have to breathe, you no longer need to.
I'll share those saves with the rest of you.
Yeah.
Can he do that?
Bank 'em.
Yeah. So you're good.
Perfect.
Punch it in the face.
On my way there, I'm just staring right at him. So I don't know that the scorpion's there, so I'm actually he may think I'm standing there, but I'm actually standing one to the left.
Oh, okay.
Just straight at him.
Well, then in that case, you didn't have to make those 2 extra saves.
Oh. And as I get to him, I'm not going to slow down. I'm going to attempt to just. How big is he? Does he seem like just a little bit bigger than me?
He is
Like
about
a bit bigger than me?
3 feet taller than you.
So he's large.
Yeah, he's a large creature.
I'm going to attempt to jump on his chest and grapple him. Like this.
Like
Man,
a
roll your
baby.
strength.
Come on, baby.
Oh!
21.
That feels good.
12. He's grappled.
Total 12?
Yeah.
Yes!
Nice.
Take
12.
his action.
Morthos
Within
does
5
get to
feet.
take his action. So let's do. There's all that.
yeah.
So he is now grappled. You have grabbed a hold of him,
Yep.
and he has you on his chest. And Morthos, as he steps up next to the dretch, you let loose your crossbow bolt.
It's a whopping 9.
And you're flustered by all this commotion, and it sails past its head, narrowly missing the dog behind it, and just getting lost in the darkness.
Well, as the arrow sails by my head too, hopefully, I'm going to action surge in his distraction, hopefully, and attempt to take him to the ground.
Wrestle
Okay.
him with his horns down.
So you are
This is my
pulling
finishing
yourself and
It's my
he
only
prone.
move.
You're pulling both of you
It's a
prone.
stunner.
move. Oh yeah, we're both going prone.
Yep.
Yeah,
Very good.
for sure. I wouldn't be able to do a large guy. I need to grow a little bit. 27.
18.
That'll do. That'll do.
So I jump on his chest and wrap my arm around the back of his neck, and I try to reach under his left shoulder, but it doesn't quite work. Well, regardless, I take the momentum and kind of hip toss his head down to the ground with me.
And with
He's
a,
probably on top of me.
with a smashing thud, you land on top of his chest, and he is stunned by your strength. And you're on top of him, holding around his head and his arm in perfect hip toss style, not illegal whatsoever because you have his arm.
That's right.
And he still has his axe, but he has this look of bewilderment on his
What
face.
the hell
like,
just happened?
what just happened? And
Guys, yeah.
Sola, you see him go down on the ground. No, you don't.
No.
You hear a giant thud, and it is your turn to act.
I'm actually gonna go way of near Melcine, and I'm gonna attack that little guy so it doesn't hurt Jax. I'll make it on my way over there.
Okay, so that's 20 feet of movement, and you see this thing getting ready to claw at Jax. Roll your attack.
9.
9 does not hit.
My unarmed strike.
Roll a con save.
Okay. Ooh, 12.
You start to feel the stench go into your nose, and with your monk training, you calm your body and exhale and take your second attack.
Sweep the leg.
Little pig legs.
13.
And as you do, you focus and open your eyes, and Karate Kid style, just do a whoop-bah! And
Nice.
you punch it palm into its pig nose, crushing its nose into its skull as its eyes just roll up in the back of its head, and it
It had, like,
goes
one hit point
it
left.
goes down.
Sweet.
What happens when it dies?
It's
It's just dead.
it's dead.
How about the
The gas.
The
And
gas.
after a second, its body dissolves in a black ichor.
Interesting.
Ugh. Maybe it calls for me now.
Nasty.
Nice.
Icarus.
That's so nasty.
All right, Rygar, you are up.
He commanded his servant Hackle to retrieve a convergence device from the subaltern.
I had no idea what that is.
It's a little late. Why don't you shoot someone, man?
Here and
Fire at the. Oh, me. Oh, that's me.
what?
I'm the subaltern. Oh, you don't know that.
That's right, he doesn't know that.
Oops,
Yeah.
sorry.
We'll talk about that later. Go kill something. That's good to know. Good to know, man. Kill something.
I'd like
He's
to
on his turn.
I'm not sure I hear you do this as I'm got a screaming minotaur.
Hunter's mark on the little creature
Not
left.
sure.
this?
That's what he said.
This one?
Yep.
Okay.
I won't let him.
Have it. I don't care. I didn't want to.
Roll your attack.
Give me that.
Nice.
That's 24.
That hits. Roll your damage.
You should switch to your.
That is 13.
13 damage. Yep. Arrow goes out and pierces it right in its jugular as a gout of blood flows out, and it shakes its head and looks up at you with it bearing its claws and surges forward towards you
Oh, nice.
and goes to attack you. Ooh. That is a 21.
It's going to hit.
So it bites you, and then a 16 with its claws. 16.
16.
Yep. No.
16
to hit with its
Oh.
claws.
Yes.
That hits?
Yes.
Okay, so the bite does 8 slashing damage to you. I rolled a 6. And
I think I killed it.
the claws do 4 slashing damage to you.
Back where I am. Where I was.
And it is right up next to you. The other dretch runs up and slashes at hold and bites at hold
To the advantage.
with advantage. The first one is a 13 with its bite,
Nope.
as it bites your leg but cannot find any weak spot within you. The second one is a 17 as it claws and rakes your back as you're laying there, and it just
back scratch.
it can't break through.
I can't tell, so I don't even laugh. I'm in a struggle right now.
The death dog steps up
Oh yeah.
and
Death dog.
takes 2 bites at you
Solid.
with its drooling, fetid mouth. The first 18 on the die is a 22 to hit,
Yep.
and I need you to roll a con save.
Yep. 19.
19. You feel the bite sapping life from you, and you focus and yank your body out of its grip, and it's not able to sink its fangs in long enough to affect you. The second bite comes from the other dog. That's a crit. And I need you to roll a con save again.
Okay. What kind of damage is this?
This is necrotic. Well,
Oh my gosh.
I got a 6.
6. Okay. The second bite, as you fight off the first and move, the second one sees the opening and bites your neck, kind of in between your plate armor, and sinks its teeth in, and you feel some life ebb away. Your hit points are reduced by 5.
My max hit points?
Max hit points, and you are diseased.
I'm immune to disease.
You are?
I don't know.
That's pretty awesome.
You're the Jackson OSTDs from that
So
one.
you are not
Yes.
diseased. You don't have to continue to make the
Just wait,
saves,
I've
but
created
so
a
you
song
lose
for
the 5, and you take a total of 15 slashing damage
Oh,
from
my.
the two of them.
After the hit points get reduced?
No, 15 damage, and then the reduction of the hit points.
Okay, alright, thank you.
Yep. Okay.
And then 33 is no.
This one steps up and also goes to slash at you. Bite and claw.
It's you.
Okay.
So that's a 14 on the bite
I feel like I'm dying.
and a 6 on the claw. And again, these dretches can't find any opening in your plate armor, despite their best efforts. Morthos, you're up.
Oh my gosh. I'm not feeling so hot.
Does Holt still have that grappled?
Yep.
So can I move? I want to actually move to the left and around the wall. But as I get to the corner, I'd like to make sure there are no runes anywhere first.
Good idea.
Roll perception.
24.
You see a rune on this wall over here, like on the
On
side.
the side. Okay.
You can't quite see opposite of it. As you step up, you see one on this one over
That
here.
one.
So
Alright.
they're opposite there.
From that corner, though, I would like to take my shot with my crossbow at the grappled minotaur.
Okay, now because it's prone, ranged attacks against it are at disadvantage.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Run up and stab it.
In the
And where you were right here.
Yeah.
Okay, the Dretch takes an opportunity attack at you with its claws, and that is a 12 to hit.
No.
As you dodge out of the way and scoot around the wall, leaving me once more.
All right.
Well, since he's restrained, it's actually not disadvantage.
Is it canceled? So
Yeah,
it'd be a
it'll
straight
cancel.
normal attack?
Yeah.
If it's a normal attack, then that's what I want to take.
And it can't benefit from anyone. So the attack was against you have advantage. You are correct. Very good. So it's a straight, the prone, but because he's restrained, cancels out. So it's a straight attack.
Do it. Nope, it's not
Oh
gonna
my
do
gosh. A 9 again.
9, as you take aim and you shoot, and it just, the bolt bounces off the stone floor right next to its head. You do have a bonus action.
You almost hit me, Morthos.
Can I really do?
We gotta get him to go through the other one.
I think I'm just gonna hide.
Okay, roll your.
Oof.
Yeah, that's cool. So that would be a whopping 11.
Okay, so you are hidden to the best of your knowledge. You now hear the grappled Minotaur cry out, "Tus noas, ustaskas, dudasma!" And the other one behind it cocks its head. You see this, and it says, "Doshnaki, ayachosas, pushkasni, tun sabaltan, pun kast, tiefling, and tun divine, tunt mantiki, kiskos."
heard tiefling and subaltern. That's all I know.
As the one behind it says this, he taps the Paraton on its head, and its wings go
Son of a
forth.
gun.
And he takes a step back and pulls something from his belt, and you don't quite see what he does. A portal opens up, and he steps through, and vanishes.
This is the same guy from the market, though, I bet.
I don't know. Maybe the same kind of spidey things.
As he does that,
Mm-hmm.
the Paraton,
We're in a cave. He can't even fly.
15 feet.
15 feet high,
Nothing.
That's like hovering. That's
I
not even
believe it.
flying.
I know.
I believe it.
he flies forward
Mm-hmm.
and scans the room, and is just kind of waiting there at the top.
Great.
Okay,
Cool.
it is now Jax's turn.
Ready? I'm going to viciously mock in a song that I've made for Hold. Hold him, hold to the ground as you take him to Pound Town.
Oh,
That's right.
That's an 8.
nice. Eli's
I'm
back
a
there.
14.
That's oddly sexual.
Is it though?
So roll your damage.
Oh, 1.
Okay, but he has disadvantage on his next attack,
Beautiful.
which actually I forgot to. So I'll roll those now against you.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, he gets a turn. He's a boss, right?
He is a boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to take his turn.
So he gets disadvantage. on
No,
that.
not yet.
Well,
Not
it'll
yet.
be the following
Direct
round.
We have
So
to
he
reverse it. You're supposed to
he
do
takes
Yeah, I know, but he should have gotten it.
he goes to grab for your chest
When he fake attacked
the
Use an
the
attack.
glowing
Oh.
orb in your chest,
Scorpion.
and he
Yeah.
goes to grab it, and he grabs onto it and tries to pull, and his hand just slips off, and in a rage he takes his other hand that because you're kind of grappling him to the ground. He tries to pull it. He takes his other axe and he just tries to smash it into your back 2 times.
Makes sense.
And that is a
Roll low.
20. And the next one is a 20. As the axe hits you, but as you two are rolling back and forth, he can't find any gap in your plate armor. Now he's disadvantaged on his next attack, and Vincent, you're up.
Is that gas cloud still there?
And 1 point.
The gas cloud directly in front of you here has dissipated.
More than anyone else.
There is one you can see right in front of Sola.
Now that I know that you don't have diseases.
And how about the one?
Oh, by the way, that at the end of your turn, you are no longer poisoned.
Oh, okay.
You're not
So you can do a bonus action still if you'd like.
Oh, excellent. Oh, you still have my inspiration, don't forget.
I know. I'm
Inspiratu.
saving
Who else is right next to me?
Melcy.
Are you next to me?
I'm behind you.
You're behind me.
Yeah.
Sola's next to
I'm
me.
next to you.
Eli,
Vincent's next to
Melcine,
me.
Sola.
Okay, I will. I'll do another inspiration. I'm feeling revved. I've done 5 whole points of damage. I'm gonna turn around and like kind of smack you from behind and say, "Go get him, Eli!"
Okay, Eli, you are inspired. She's got a really long reach.
Fantastic
She
forward.
runs
Think about
back,
boxing.
slaps you in the rear end, and runs back forward again. As a man. Which is
Does
especially,
it matter?
especially inspiring right now.
Super inspired.
Yep.
For 4 to 6 hours, I am inspired.
Well, if it lasts longer than 4, you should contact a doctor.
Yep.
Alright, so you said that cloud dissipated?
The one dissipated. Yeah. So you are no longer
On
Poison.
a...
Okay.
Like an attack roll or something.
poison. It only lasts for the remainder of
you
your
see.
turn until your next turn.
Alright, I'd like to step back to where I can see the Minotaur. Actually, I gotta roll a concentration check, don't I, for
You have-
Phantasmal Force?
You haven't been hit, so
Okay.
you don't have to roll concentration.
Oh, perfect.
He
Then-
does. He is tangled up with Hold right now,
Tangled up in blue.
so hasn't really been paying attention anymore to
Then
the
he's gonna
scorpion.
take 1d6 damage from the scorpion. He's gonna think the scorpion's.
So roll your damage.
That's a 1.
Okay.
He's catching up to you.
Yep.
And so with that, he makes another
20% of the way
intelligence save,
Okay.
and that's a 9.
No.
And as he is slamming this, you hear him yell out, "Oh!" and kind of turn his head as, in his mind, the tail of the scorpion slams down in the side of his face, piercing him, and he just lets out a scream and is continuing to try to bat at you and pull at your chest.
Can I shoot a firebolt at him?
So you'd have to move up here. You'd have to move up past this wall somehow.
I'll move up.
There is a dretch right there that if you move past it, you would get into its threatened radius there.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. So you can move up here. If you move over here, he'll get... No, he already used his reaction, so you can move past him actually.
Okay.
So you move over here following Morthos, and the light of Hold's shield does reach out this far, so you can kind of see where you're going.
Okay.
And you can roll a straight attack just like Morthos did against the Minotaur.
Oh man.
That's not a good roll.
That's a 1.
Natural 1. Roll your d20, please.
Roll low, Burrow.
Are you away
This is
from
gonna
me?
be a 20.
Yeah.
That's an 18.
An 18.
Do you want me to add anything to that? Subtract anything from that?
It bounces off the ceiling and hits Jack
Jack
square in the
is
face.
It's not like she didn't deserve it.
You have rebuffed him numerous
You
times.
are just jealous.
Of you turning into a man or a woman.
What other... Give me your other cantrips, please.
Light, shocking grasp, or firebolt is what I have.
Okay. As you reach out to cast your firebolt, in the anxiety of the moment, racing past the dretch, you do your little incantation you spell, and your hand lights up, and the light on his shield goes out.
Oh, good.
Oh no.
And so the 30 foot light radius is now centered on
Dimitri.
You're having
Vincent.
some performance issues.
Happens.
good. I
1
can
in 5.
see
1
a
in
little
5.
Okay.
A little bit.
That's
Nelsine,
1, 2,
you are up.
3, 4, 5. So.
All right. I'd like to
Technically, you're a guy now too. but
move
it says
around to. Do I see the light?
You see the light has now moved back. It
the opposite of me.
left the center of the room and is now somewhere off to your left. It still does reach this whole milieu of creatures there.
I like that.
I am going to move towards the light.
Okay.
Don't ever do that.
Doug. And I can see
That's
that guy
25
there, right?
feet. If you go here, you can see him at 30
that's
feet of movement.
what I want to do.
Yep.
And then I
You
want to.
are within 10 feet of him, so I'll need you to make a con save.
Oh,
Not gonna do that.
7.
7. So you feel poisoned.
Okay.
You can only do an action or a bonus action this turn.
Okay. So I'll do my thorn whip.
Roll your attack.
16.
That hits. Roll your damage.
6.
6. So as the seaweed lasso goes forth, you wrap it around the front of its head and pull it, and like a noose, it tightens around it, and you just pull it tight, and its body fights you, it tries to claw it off, and then suffocates and is out.
And it ickers away.
Yep. And then disappears into darkness. Your hunter's mark is out.
Is the cloud gone too with it?
The cloud dissipates with it.
Great.
All right, Eli, you are up.
I am going to go where that thing was.
Okay, right over here.
Yeah.
That's your full 30 feet of movement.
I'm going to take out my crossbow.
Okay.
Is there a thing right there by Sola?
There is.
It is in front of Sola. Yep, there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
One there and one there.
Gonna shoot the closer one to her.
Okay, very good. Roll your attack.
20.
That hits. Roll your damage.
7.
7. Very good. Pierces its side, and a dark black blood pours forth as it kind of wriggles from side to side and looks over at you. Hold, you're up.
I look at whatever just bit and scraped me, and I see in the little bit of light I can see a two-headed like hound.
Yes.
Is one creature though?
One creature, 2 heads.
And I will growl at it, and then punch the Minotaur in the face.
An intimidation
Roll
check.
your attack. It's because you're prone, but it's prone. It equals out. So
Yeah.
because prone creature has disadvantage. But
23.
that hits. Roll your damage.
Come on.
Punch it hard.
Come on, baby.
Roy Jones Jr. this thing.
9 magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay, very good.
Magical bloodshed.
MBD.
So you smash this thing in his face, and the nose ring it has gets ripped out of its nose as the blood starts flowing forth, and it looks at you and smiles and licks the blood as it goes to pound you some more.
And I growl again
Iron deficiency.
and try to regain some of my manlyhood.
Yeah.
Your it hood.
Yeah.
Okay, so you use your healing,
Yep.
and Sola, you are now up.
I'm gonna step up one, and I'm gonna attack the one that Eli hit.
Okay. Roll your attack. You roll a con first. Con save.
10.
You have to roll for that.
So you are poisoned, so you can roll 1 attack this turn instead of 2.
Make it count.
I know, right? 19 plus 6.
That hits. Roll your damage. Yeah, you're gonna keep that 19.
It wasn't cocked or
I'm teasing,
anything.
You're good.
10, 11.
11.
Hi-oh!
So you go up, and as the bolt pierces its side, and it kind of rears back on its haunches and looks over at Eli, through the cloud, coughing, you run up, and it's not quite as graceful as normal, but you take out your sword and stab it in its back and run it down its spine, and before you even pull it out, it just poofs into
The dog.
blackness.
Nice.
Am I allowed to use a Kai point? G point?
That's technically not a bonus action.
Yeah.
You can just do that. So yes, you could. But what are you trying to do?
I was gonna attack the other guy.
That would be, you can only do that
With
if you
flurry
do a
of
flurry of
blows.
blows,
Right.
which is that would be part of a bonus action.
Okay.
So
Either
So
way,
no, I
I yell,
can't.
you're
Yeah.
welcome.
Well, you can do flurry of blows. You
I
just
start
would only do
singing it.
one of the flurry because you already did the other one.
What can I
Right.
say?
Well,
You're
yes.
welcome.
So the bonus action you couldn't do, but if you
Well, flurry of blows, I only get 1 extra attack. I don't get 2 extra attacks.
right, I would say because you're poisoned, it would just give you 1 extra attack.
It would only ever give me 1 extra attack.
Well, you typically would have 3 attacks with the flurry of
Oh,
blows.
right. No, I would get 2.
Yep.
Would I be able to use my short sword again though? With flurry of blows?
Flurry of blows are unarmed.
Okay.
Yep.
Running knee.
Can I hit him from where I am?
You can. He is right next to you.
Yeah, let's do it.
She has Jacob.
So you use your key point and roll your attack
Watch yourself.
with your unarmed attack.
Woo!
15 plus 6.
That hits. Roll your
Can I
damage.
borrow a d4? 5.
5. Okay, very good. So you sword slash come down, and with the momentum of the sword, you kind of pull your body through, and again palm, but this time to its side. And as you go to its side, you hear as its ribs just break under the pressure of your blow,
Nice.
and it leans into the attack and then looks back up at you, ready to attack you. Rygar, you're up.
I'd like to move my hunter's mark to the Paraton,
Okay.
and I'm going to fire an arrow.
And you kill it.
Woo! Yes! It only had 1 HP.
Yeah, roll your attack.
You don't even have to hit.
That
What
is
do you
a
do?
24.
24 hits.
Give me that.
Come on, baby.
Oh my!
That
You just
is-
maxed both.
Did I really?
Yeah.
I did.
6 and an 8.
18.
Beat that.
18.
Wow.
And what was the hunter's mark damage? 6. Okay. And so 12 damage from the bow. All right. So that gets halved because it's resistant to the normal attacks. So 6 plus the hunter's mark is hunter's mark does the same damage type as the attack, right? I think that's how it works. Was it? It doesn't say.
It's gonna say in there.
Oh, we want hunter's mark.
I think there's been debate on the internet about
It
this.
doesn't actually say. So,
Because it's a spell, people say it's
yeah,
magic.
until the spell
but it
ends,
doesn't
you
say.
deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit it with a weapon attack.
Okay, I will not have that. So you do 12 total damage to it.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah, it doesn't say.
Sweet. You're such a nice, benevolent DM. Does that get me any XP? You're good looking, too.
Handsome.
Am I level 5 now?
25.
Oh!
All right.
It's alright, guys, I got
Are
this.
you staying there?
I'm going to
Just
take
walk
cover
in.
behind the wall.
Nice.
Okay, so you move back here.
Smart move.
Always
Okay,
brought
very
it.
good. And now the death dog
Don't
takes 2 bites at hold again.
Yes. Yes. That's what they sound like. They're vicious, though.
That's a 21.
Son of a gun.
Hit. And 21. 2 17s. Okay. I need you to roll 2 con saves. We'll do this after I do the damage. Hold on.
That's good, yeah.
So that is 12 piercing damage to you.
Total?
Total.
Okay.
And then roll your first con save.
Oh, 11? Oh,
11?
I'm sorry. No, 8.
8. Okay, that does not pass. So you lose 5 hit point maximum and 1 more con save.
$14.
You resist that one and you fight it off.
Okay.
The Dretch turns to Sola and makes its 2 attacks.
Yes, it does.
And that is a 15 on the bite
Does not hit. Yeah, I have to go. Do work. No.
and a 17 on the claw.
Ah, it hits.
And that is 7 slashing damage. Alright.
Ooh, how did that work? Oh, that's not right.
Yep.
And now Morthos is up.
So I am going to hug the wall, but run up. That should be 20 feet of movement and go right next to the Minotaur that is grappled.
Here?
Yep.
Yep.
So I missed
My
the.
max hit points have
Yep,
been
yep.
reduced
You
by-
avoid that.
Yeah.
And you're standing right over
Right
this
on
one.
top of him, and I am pulling out my short sword, and I'm actually going to cast Green Flame
For now.
Blade.
Green flame blade. So
The
that'll
dogs within
hit,
5 feet.
hit the
correct?
desk dog.
Hi,
Yep.
guys.
And is that an advantage attack because he is
It is
grappled?
advantage.
That's
Are you kidding? That is awful. That is an 11.
11 to hit the
Yes.
Minotaur. You conjure your green flame blade
Are you next one?
and
What's
you hit the ground as it just rolls away and the spell sputters out, not being cast.
That was with advantage. I rolled a 1 and a 5. Well, then I will take my
Well, thanks for not hitting me.
yeah. I'll take my dagger out,
Is this yours, Matthew?
and we will use my offhand attack.
Yeah, roll your offhand attack.
And finally, that is a 25.
Can you use your offhand attack when you use a green flame blade spell?
The spell is.
That is your action, technically.
Angstrom.
Oh.
I don't know if you can, but we'll let you do it. I'll check that for now. I'll let you do it.
It's
for
actually
now.
as part of a melee attack. That's
Right.
what it says.
So I'm just not sure if you can. I think you can. So roll your attack.
The sneak attack.
Sweet.
Right?
Yeah. What'd you roll?
Oh, you rolled
Roll a lot. 25.
That hits. Yeah.
All that.
So that would be, oh, that doesn't count. So it's 8, that'd be 11.
11. Nice. This one you do find, and you jab it into his shoulder as he is rolling around, and rake it down in his tricep and fillet his arm. Okay. And he goes to. He looks around and he sees Eli for the first time.
Who does?
The Minotaur.
Okay.
And he looks at you and he says, "Pustas no sweet."
You look sweet, dude.
Thanks, man.
No, it says you
He
taste
said you
sweet.
look sexy in a suit.
Oh.
He sticks his tongue out.
And he
Whoops.
takes one swing at Morthos, who just hit him,
It's great. I'm loving
and disadvantage. 15. It's 15
That does
hit.
not hit.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yep.
If I cast Hellish Rebuke,
Yeah,
let her hold,
no,
well, then I will cast it.
only if it hits you.
Only if it hits me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It does take damage.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And the next one, he goes after you again,
it. An
Hold.
attack?
Attack.
I accept.
And that is a 22.
You die.
Let's keep rolling monster rolls.
And he has a plus 6 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the first time he's hit you. He does 2d12 damage.
Oh!
Wow, where are they?
Roll low, roll low.
2d12.
Ooh, that's hurtful. 23.
He's not grappled anymore.
Okay, as Hold's body goes limp, and he pushes him off and stands up with half of his movement and looks at you, Morthos.
Oh, yeah.
Let's rebuke this son
Yeah.
of a gun.
Gonna be this
He's
time.
already done his 2 attacks.
He just looks at you.
Just looks at me.
But
Guess what I'm doing.
as he looks at you, the Periton swoops forward
Oh, nice.
and goes to claw at you, Morthos. And so he does 15 damage. 15 with the gore to
He doesn't have to
pierce
roll
you.
an attack.
it's 15 to the attack.
Oh, that does not hit.
And then he missing you because the ceiling begins to get lower there. He goes to slash you as well with his talons, and that is a 15 again, 2
Not
tens.
hit.
He then turns and flies back into the higher area 15 feet up.
Any opportunity attacks?
No,
with
he
any
has
of that?
what?
Flyby.
Flyby.
Got it.
Okay.
Guarded.
Jax, you are up.
Alrighty, I'm gonna viciously knock the Minotaur again.
Yeah.
Hold got your nose!
Hold down.
Doesn't matter, he ripped out his
And
nose.
It's
instead,
true.
I get mocked.
And that's a 14.
My spell DC is a 14.
Okay, so he makes that save.
Okay.
He looks at you, and he looks down a Hold and spits on him.
No, that sucks.
Don't you have to beat that saving? Don't you have to beat
No,
the
it's
save?
meet it. It's like
That's
your
for AC.
Like your it's the same thing.
Okay.
That's how we've been doing it this whole game.
Yeah.
I don't.
Whether it's
I
right or
always get
wrong, we've been
confused.
consistent.
Yeah. Okay, you still have a bonus action if you care to.
I do not care to.
Okay, very good. And Vincent, you are up.
Alright, he's
I don't know.
taking 1d6 damage from Phantasmal Force.
I can, okay, and then I can roll a save again, right? That's an 8.
Nice.
These guys are not intelligent.
6.
Yes!
-2 on their
Minus
hit.
2. Wow.
As he spits, you see him quickly snap his head back to where the scorpion is, and he tries to dive back, and you see him grab his stomach and look up at it again. Okay, Vincent, you're still up.
I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb Fire type at him, the Minotaur.
Okay. Roll your attack.
Dang it.
Nope. It's not gonna do it.
As it goes flying into the darkness, he ducks down and it just explodes on the ceiling behind. Are you staying there?
For now, yes.
Okay, Nelsine, you are up.
I want to move up to where I can see what's going on.
Okay, so you can get behind Eli there. That's 10 feet of movement.
And I want to medicine check hold.
Go ahead and roll your medicine check.
Oh, sorry. For what do I add for my medicine check?
Plus medicine.
Oh, right. What am I thinking? 12.
12. He's got a large gash on across his back,
Okay.
and he's motionless.
All right. I am going to healing word.
And this is your last spell slot, I
I
believe.
know. Yeah. Healing word.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. It is my D4.
It's a D4 plus 4.
Yep. So 8.
Oh, nice. So you get 8 health back hold as the wound on your back closes up, and the plate armor has been smashed pretty good, but the undercoating of the light kind of fleshy wood and metal and bone and the way it magically comes together.
Oh, we
You
also
are
have
healed.
good berries.
And I can still use my thorn whip because that was a bonus.
That was a bonus action, yeah.
So I want to thorn whip the Minotaur.
Yeah, roll your attack.
Oh boy. 9.
As it goes forth, it smashes into his chest, but there's nothing to grab. It's too wide and brawny, and it just is pushed away harmlessly. Eli.
You don't have your druid thing?
What druid?
Your special healing druid thing?
I'm going
Yeah, I have
to.
one.
Nope. I'm going to back up to the left.
What's it called?
Back up. Where?
Right
Thorn
there.
whips on
Okay.
the court.
And I'm gonna shoot again the one that's in front of Sola. Or no, she got that one.
There's one right here still.
That one.
Yep. Roll your attack.
14.
That hits. Roll your damage.
8.
8. Very nice. Oh, another bolt into its chest, and it lets out a moan of pain as it keeps its eyes fixed on Sola. Hold, you're up.
Minotaur is not on the skull right now, right?
The Minotaur is just in front of the skull.
Okay. And how high up is the skull?
It's kind of into the ground.
Oh,
It's like a throne.
is there any platform
There is
or
not.
raised
I mean,
ground anywhere?
back here is 5 feet up.
And the bird is 15 feet up?
The bird is 15 feet in the air, yep.
Like the top of it or the bottom of it?
The bottom of it would be like 12 feet up. It's in that space, that top space.
Okay. I'm going to is the Minotaur looking at me?
The Minotaur has just been attacked with a thorn whip and has just winced from a phantom scorpion sting.
Okay, I'm gonna run and jump and try to grapple the Paraton's feet.
Okay, so you are standing up. That's half of your movement.
So it worked once.
You can go 15 feet, so you can't quite get to the Minotaur.
Oh, he's not. Oh, not the Minotaur.
I
Is
can't
the
quite get to the
Paraton-
Paraton.
He's not right over us. He went back to his.
Yeah, he flew back up above to where he is up here.
Oh, I see.
So it's kind of like a
Flyby.
Okay. Then I will be mad and punch the Minotaur.
All right, roll your attack.
Do you lose bardic inspiration if you go unconscious? Is it based on me
I don't
or
think
her?
so. I think it's
Alright, sweet. I'll
You're
take
still
it.
inspired.
I will. It's a 20.
22 attack.
To hit, yeah.
That hits.
Sweet. Where did all of the fours go?
Jax has been stealing them.
They're mine.
8.
Magical bludgeoning damage.
Nice. I feel like you roll an 8 every time.
Do I really?
As you punch him in the stomach and blood flies out of his mouth, and he wipes his mouth and looks down at you and looks up at Eli. Sola, you're up.
What the hell did I do?
Have you even hit him?
No.
I've hit him more.
Been staying away from him on purpose.
Oh, Sola
Oh,
takes
yeah.
makes a con save and fails, and rolls 1 attack against the Dretch,
Oh, that thing's still there?
and that is a hit. So she rolls her attack and slices through its throat. Its head topples off
Another
and
assist.
disappears into darkness.
I'm like Chris Paul. I got 3. A couple rebounds too.
Rygar, you are up.
I like to peer out of cover and shoot the Paraton.
Yes. So you peer out. I'm not going to move you. I assume you're going to run back into cover.
Sure will.
Roll your attack.
That's 20.
20 hits. Roll your damage.
Alright.
Max it out again. Come on. Well, that's the one you want to max. So.
Yeah, exactly.
So 6 necrotic, or whatever that is, magical.
And then 9.
9, so down to 5, so 11. Okay.
That's not too shabby.
Oh, and
It-
that. Oh, is it enemy's turn?
It's, yeah.
I just want to say, for the Phantasmal Force, if the Minotaur wants to try to break the spell, it has to do it on its turn as an action.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be like, if it's being attacked, it would have to use its action to try to...
Okay. Okay. Very good. That makes sense.
Also not too shabby.
So the death dog steps up and goes to bite Morthos.
Better than him.
I don't even see it. It's so death
And that is an 18
That will hit.
and a 17.
How'd
Both
you
will
get
hit.
dibs?
I need you to roll 2 con saves.
That sucks. That's a natural 20 for the first one.
Okay, so you pass the first.
And a natural 1 for the other one.
Okay, so you lose 5 from your max hit points, and you are diseased, and you also take 15 slashing damage.
Oh my.
Can I now cast Hellish Rebuke though?
You can cast Hellish Rebuke
Sweet.
against the Death Dog.
How does that work?
They have to pass a dex save, or they take all that.
Holy crap. You're done.
9, 14. Was that a 2 or an 8?
I think it's
I
an
think
8.
it was cocked.
Oh.
We'll
How
take it.
about
No.
What is the disease?
So that's 21. If he failed the dex save, it's half.
12 on the die. Let's see what his dex is. Plus 2, 14.
That passes. So he takes half.
So what was the total?
Oh, is that 14 plus 21, so it's half?
21, so down to 10.
Oh, was that a 6 or
That was a 9.
Okay.
Okay, so as he bites you 2 times and you wince from the pain, the fire explodes around him and descends as you hold out a hand angrily and call down brimstone upon him.
Noise.
It rolls and dodges out of the way, but still a large part of its body gets burned and singed.
What does the disease condition do to you?
You don't know.
Or is it secret? Oh, okay. It's not like a. Okay.
Yeah. It's specific to death dogs.
Gotcha.
Interessante.
Okay.
So it's my turn.
It is now Morthos' turn.
Kill it with fire.
I am going to attack the Minotaur with my short sword.
Yes, you have sneak attack on it?
Yes.
Go for it.
Oh my gosh, I can roll to save my life, but it's only a 10.
And you miss with the short sword.
And then I will use my disengage action.
Okay, disengage.
And I'm going to run back by Rygar.
Okay.
Like a little girl.
I am.
So that's your movement there. And as you run back, he laughs. And he sees Eli and ducks his head and sprints straight at you. You hold up your shield. Let's see if you dodge this.
Does he think he can run through a scorpion? A giant scorpion?
He's trying to run past the scorpion. And he does 18.
No.
And so you put out your shield and his spiky horns smash into it. You take it, and he stops angrily, and he yells out to you, "Pustache und Hand und Slash," to you, and makes his attack 19. 19 minutes.
I'm going to maledict him.
I rolled an 18 last time.
Yeah.
What's your AC?
19.
Is your shield down?
That's why I did this.
You had your crossbow though you just used.
Yeah.
So you can't do that.
Okay.
So the
Maledict.
first one hit you,
Sure.
but I will roll at disadvantage.
So I'm
it's-
gonna amplify it.
So the first two rolls were an 18 and a 19.
Sure.
First one hits
One
you.
hits. Yeah.
So the next one is a 9 plus 6.
15.
15.
No.
And that's just one. So just one. So that slash with the
Was one damage?
no.
Or you're saying
here's-
one hit?
That was one hit and the second miss. And that is a it's 18 plus 2. 20. 20 slashing damage to you. Okay. And he hits you hard and your blood splatters out all over him, and as the blood splatters on him, he wipes it off of himself and licks it. And kind of closes his eyes and then looks at you, relishing the taste of your blood. The Periton,
So he's right up next to me.
he is right up next to you, kind of standing, still in your threatened range hold, in the same area as the scorpion. The Periton swoops down at you hold and goes to gore you. And that's a natural 1.
Yes!
You grab it in the head.
He's gonna gore the Minotaur.
10.
Or the Death Hound, hopefully. I don't like those things.
Yeah.
The only one within 5. Oh no, he could hit the Minotaur. Hold on. Let's see which one he does. Someone roll a d4. Odds, it's
I think it should
Minotaur.
be solo.
3.
3.
I can't pick it up.
Attack at the Minotaur.
Yes.
This is a crit.
I love you, Periton.
Maybe we don't kill
Best
it.
DM ever.
Oh, its head's coming back to us.
Okay.
I need it.
Roll 2 8s.
Nice damage.
2 8s on my
Plus.
d8. So then 16 plus
That'd be
3 is 19 gore damage.
Oh, wow.
And it's magical, so
Okay.
it doesn't resist. Okay, so
If that thing gets the kill, I'm gonna
Okay, so as he is enjoying your blood, he just almost gets knocked over by this Periton and reaches back, and you see the horns piercing through
Sweet.
his.
I reach out and lick his blood and smile.
And we will discuss what happens in a second on your
Perfect.
turn.
Oh boy.
No.
Let's do it.
And
I'm going down anyway. I've got 4 health.
And he turns as the Periton pulls its horns out and takes a slash at hold. Crit.
You can't roll that dice anymore.
That wasn't even my good one.
Oh man.
Okay, this one. Now they're just D4s, but it's 4 D4s.
40.
44s.
44s. 160 damage.
He critted on a lot.
13 slashing damage to you.
Fall to the ground.
Okay, and he flies back again in his position.
Are you down again?
All right, Jax, you're up.
Alrighty, so do I see Hold go down? I'm like right
He goes right down in front of you. Yep.
I'm gonna healing word him.
Oh, yay. Healing.
Cause I like hold.
Is that your last spell slot?
No, that's only my second.
What spells did you use 2 weeks ago?
I only used one. I think it was a healing word.
Okay.
Just a 1.
1
plus
4,
5.
so 5. So hold.
Just like.
I'm no Melcy.
Same thing. Very good.
then
That's your
I'm
action.
Going to. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. It is now Vincent's turn.
Alright, so is the Minotaur still taking damage from the
Yep.
Scorpion?
I gotta roll again?
Well, he would have had
No,
to
on my
his-
turn I would have to
yeah.
roll. Yep, roll your d6.
It's a 4.
4, alright. As he staggers again, as if he's trying to avoid something.
And what's in front of me? What's that red thing?
That is Eli.
That's me.
I'll kill him right away.
You won't have to do much.
Is it that hard to see out there? It's
Yeah.
I also don't have my glasses.
looks
so-
really clear to
Yeah, I
me,
don't have glasses.
but I'm
It's
closest.
clear, but top down it's hard.
It's all the dots.
Yeah.
I will cast Chromatic Orb at the Minotaur again.
Okay, roll your attack.
Hopefully with better results. Ooh, 17 plus 8, or 6.
16 plus 8, that hits. Roll your damage. And you said this was fire type again, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
so it's plus 1.
Yep.
Oh, 3d8. Five, 8, 9, 10 total.
10 damage?
Yeah.
So you take out the diamond and turn it in your hands and focus it on the fire, and the energy erupts through it and impacts on its chest, and as the explosion impacts, its headband begins to glow, and it absorbs some of the power of the fiery power into it.
That's not good.
And his still singed, but it doesn't hurt him as much as it otherwise may have.
Okay.
And Melcine, you are up.
I want to use a Bone of Summer Court for Eli.
Okay, and you have 1d6 left.
Yeah.
Yep. So you roll your d6.
Oh. 2 plus.
It's just your level, right? Is it your level?
Yeah, I think so.
So 4, and you have 2 temporary hit points
To Eli?
to Eli.
Mm-hmm.
So, and those come off first.
Yes. Okay. Eli, you are up. And as you...
I have an action.
Oh, that's a bonus action.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. And I want to, obviously, Thorn Whip the...
Roll your attack.
Get him.
Death Hound.
12.
Nope.
12. Again, it hits him but doesn't seem to do any damage as he just shrugs it off, his focus intent on Eli. And as you reach out and you kind of jokingly, as you are drenched in both his blood and yours, you taste his blood, and as you do so, you feel your entire body just
do that.
energize.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
And you feel
So it is.
you feel like the hairs on your entire body are standing on end, and you feel locked in and focused, like I need to kill this guy.
What the heck did I just do?
And you are connected with him so that all you can do is attack this Minotaur.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, I'm gonna stow my crossbow,
Yep.
pull out my shield, and just apparate my sword into my hand,
Yep.
and I'm gonna try to stab him in the face.
Okay, so you apparate your sword. That is a bonus action.
Yep.
And you make your attack.
Flanked. You and me are flanking him.
Are we?
Except I'm on the ground.
Can
right
I?
I would say
I'm on the ground.
I would say because you're prone, you're not really threatening him right now. So
Okay.
yeah,
now. I forgot.
Nope.
you swing at him and he takes his axe and parries and gets ready to swing back down to attack you as Hold, you're up.
Well, I stand up.
Now he's flying.
Half your movement.
Where's the dogs? Where the dogs at?
Right there. You can get to them and still stay within the Minotaur's threatened range.
I'm gonna wail on the Minotaur.
Yeah, roll your attack. You do have advantage now because you now are flanking.
17.
17. That hits.
I was gonna have to throw my inspiration at it. 8.
Every time. Every time. All right. Smash in the back. It buckles. Wobbly. Goes down to a knee. Stands back up.
Half his movement speed.
And it's...
And then I am going to stay where I am.
Okay, Rygar.
I'm dying again.
I'm sorry, Sola is up. Sola runs behind and goes up to the death dog and takes a slash at the death dog. That's a 4 plus, doesn't hit. Unarmed attack, 7 plus. That does not hit. As she swings and swings, and she sees the Periton and uses a key point. I'm assuming she has one left to do patient defense, so that any attacks against it have disadvantage. Rygar, you are up.
Going for the Paraton again.
Yeah, roll your attack.
That is a 25.
25. That smashes it. Roll your damage. 2 plus
4 and 2, 6.
6. So the 2 is not halved, but the 4 is.
Right.
So
Yeah.
4 total.
No.
No.
No,
It would be
I-
8 plus 2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So 6 damage.
I did math correctly this
Okay, got you.
I know, right?
The death dog sees Sola and goes to bite it, rolling at disadvantage with its 2 attacks. 17 and 18 on the die. That first one hits. 3 on the die. Second one misses. She rolls a con save. Someone roll a d20.
Not that one.
That's a big one.
18.
Oh, yep. We'll take that.
Quadruple advantage. What was the highest? She
18.
makes her save, but does take the damage,
She's there first.
and
I did say
she
it first.
takes
She's blood.
six damage. That's the first time she's been hit, I think, right?
Yeah.
6 damage
By that thing.
by anything, right?
I think
She
in
got
time-
it.
She
She did
put
get
your
it.
stuff right in front of you.
Oh, did she?
Oh, she did. She's at.
She was
9
poisoned
now.
for a little bit.
That
Oh, she's
only
at
that
9?
only affected her.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
damage.
good. She
It
has
didn't damage. It just affected you with one action.
So now she's down to 3. Okay.
Oh
Um,
We're in trouble, guys.
and
Nah, I'm at 12.
Morthos, you are
Right
now.
over here.
Yeah.
Morthos, it's all you.
Hey, I've done more damage than Morthos.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Nope. Now is the time.
For what? Legendary action, layer action.
The dragon's skull begins to rise out of the ground.
Oh,
I'm
for
joking, I'm
crying
joking,
out
I'm
loud.
joking. As the Dracolich.
Diving in.
You Jax, you hear something apparate behind you and turn,
Oh, hell
and you see
no.
a small, cackling little green creature that takes 2 slashes at you as it appears and makes its attack.
Ooh, I wanted to poke something.
If
I'll
he was
die.
throwing rocks before, I'm pretty sure you were gonna be alright.
And he's probably at half health because.
I know, I want to poke him.
That looks tough.
With my sword.
Whips out. Sword.
Okay. 19 to hit.
What?
19 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
And that's 6 slashing damage to you.
Yowza!
Okay. As it sees you and is kind of dancing back and forth.
Dance off.
Yes.
Dance
Now,
off.
Morthos, you are up.
I'm going to move right up next to Eli and take my attack, my short sword.
Next to Eli, so?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
How about in front of Eli?
In front of Eli?
Cannot
I
get in
can't. I don't
front.
think I can get in front of Eli.
Did you hit something once?
Nope, that's an 11. And an 11
Does
hit?
not hit.
Well, because I'm not going to stay there, but we'll use disengage and just move back to where I
Okay.
was.
Yeah, I should have asked.
Yeah.
All right. As he now swings again at Eli with his
Shields up.
great axe.
Does have a great axe.
Yeah, he does. First attack
On that assist.
is an 18.
No.
Second attack is a 19.
Yep.
And this is 2d12. Ooh, that's 10, and a 6 is 16.
Down skis.
Plus 4. So that's 20 total damage. You're not dead, but
No.
you're down.
Yeah.
So that's both of his attacks. And as he hits you and hits you, he stands over your body and lines up another attack. As he's staggering and he puts his hand on your face and goes with his axe trying to cleave you. Jax, you're up. No, you're not. Periton's up. Periton sees Sola and swoops down and goes to pick up Sola. I'm rolling with disadvantage. 19 and 15. So 15.
She's 17.
Yeah, 15 plus 5 is 20. It picks up Sola. Now I need to actually count this. It has 60 fly speed.
Chops her up the cliff.
Into the poop hole.
That would just be hilarious.
That would be about right.
No, she's going off the cliff.
What?
It has Sola in hand, going outside as Sola tries to fight and get out of it. She will have a chance to make another dex save. But I think you can see what it's trying to do. And Jax, you are up.
I
have to save Sola. You're down. Who do I love more? I'm gonna get killed if I do that. So I'm gonna turn around to the Periton. Am I within 30 feet of it?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna...
Just barely.
Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Okay.
Wisdom saving.
I rolled a 19 on the die.
Ah!
There's no way that Periton's that smart.
That was good.
It didn't get the joke.
That was good though.
I know.
That was very good. That is, it's a wisdom. It's actually +1, so 20.
That was good. Great. That was a great choice.
Shoot your shot, you know?
No, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Amen.
That's what they say.
Wayne
Shoot when hot,
Gretzky,
shoot
Michael
to get
Scott.
hot.
You have a bonus
Follow
action.
your load.
Do you have any more inspirations?
I do. I'm gonna give one to Sola.
Yeah. She takes
Don't
it.
get carried away.
Very good. Vincent, death save, please. I'm sorry.
Oh, what?
I was looking at
You're dead.
your life gets sucked away. You're up, Vincent. You've seen Sola get picked up and carried.
Can't the little portal just teleport Sola away?
I'm going to.
Netherworld.
Well, Minotaur takes 1d6.
Roll your damage.
Nope, not that.
Who knows where we go when we die?
3.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's dying.
It takes a stagger again, and it tries to claw down, and it scratches its leg with its claws, and it's bleeding profusely. Looks to be very, very badly hurt.
But I saw the Periton take Sola.
You did.
I'm going to run after it, run towards it, and then
Not to mention we
and then
That's
I'm,
25 feet of movement right there.
how high is it?
It's 10 feet up.
Can I Misty Step on its back?
And that's a ballsy move, Kyle.
Faux show.
Yes.
Surf the Periton.
No.
So
Roll the pin.
you cast Misty Step. I need you to roll
Oh no.
either an acrobatics or athletics, whichever you prefer, to try to hang on.
Here's gonna be a gamble.
There's so many.
Don't you have a port pen?
What?
Don't you?
Yeah, I do, but they're not great.
his
Yeah,
port
I'll
pen's
do
like 14,
port 10 and use the 8 and add 3 to it.
11.
Yeah.
You Misty Step onto its back, and you grab on, and you fall off. As you appear and try to grab, but the strength of it is too much, and it overcomes, and you fall to the ground, and you take
How high was it? Oh, still
3 bludgeoning
10
damage
feet.
as you fall.
Okay.
Scrape your knee.
And I'm not going to say you fell onto the sigil. I'll be nice.
I was gonna say he's not on the
No,
bird's
he's-
not on him already. Is he?
Correct. He is close to it though. He's
Oh.
right next to it. Okay, Rygar, you're up.
Wait, can I still
Now
cast?
see,
Can I still cast a
How's it
spell?
Rygar's turn?
I mean, that's fine
Wait,
if you want
hold
to
on.
skip my death
I'm
save.
sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Literally
I'm out of sorts. So you
That was a
bonus action.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll firebolt it.
Yeah. Roll your attack.
That's a 20.
That hits. Roll your damage.
That's a crit 20.
A natural?
Natural.
Yeah.
Roll your damage.
Are you shooting at the Periton?
Yeah. No, Sola.
Ender?
I never liked you
Put her out of her
anyway.
misery.
Stupid jerk!
2 of those.
It's
2.
one of-
I'll roll it again. It's 8. And
Oh.
so it's 9 and 2.
11 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. It does not resist any of that as it smashes into it, and its feathers burn away. It hobbles to the side for a second as it's kind of hovering in air in front of this sigil.
Okay.
And
That was
Me.
my plan. but-
Melsine
Melsine.
is now up.
Meal scene.
Thorn Whip.
Just want to die.
Thorn Whip.
The
Ooh.
Periton, I'm gonna move up.
Okay. So you're moving up and you're going to try to move it 10 feet towards you?
Yep.
Yeah, roll your attack.
Flying Sola.
Nice.
20.
That hits.
Yeah.
Roll your damage.
Natural 20?
No.
Well, what the heck?
Oh.
That sucks. It's cocked.
That's not the point of this, though. Good
It
job.
is
She's gonna pull it.
1.
1 damage. All right.
Mhm.
So you thorn whip this and pull it back 10 feet towards you.
Sweet.
Into the sigil.
And I want to move back.
If you do,
No,
you'll leave its
not
threatened
yet.
range.
No, I'll stay where I am.
Just go with
Okay. Eli, I need a death save from
Let's
you.
do it. Hoo. 18.
All right, that's
Get
a
out of here.
success. Hold, you are up as all of a sudden there has been a Periton blur past you. The Minotaur has downed Eli, and the Death Dog's 2 sets of eyes are staring at you.
Freaking dogs. I see the Minotaur reach back to cleave Eli as Eli is like this
Yep.
in his grasp.
Yep.
And I try to wail on him.
Yeah,
He
roll your
looks
attack.
He looks pretty beat up, so. What am I doing? Oh yeah, no, I don't have advantage.
No,
No one else is there?
I'm down.
No,
down.
he's down.
Morthos ran
Your
away.
character is
Like
just
a sissy.
huge on the map.
Right?
Just a big red and yellow blob.
Yeah, that's what I see.
Come on, 17, yes.
That hits. Roll your damage.
Come on! Roll another 8.
Another 8. 11 magical bludgeoning damage.
A voice in your mind says, "Finish him."
Dude,
Well,
don't cut the headband.
I forget the code, but it's A. Anyway,
Maybe.
as I go, as the fist goes towards his head, Hold changes his mind instead and takes the hand that's trying to cleave and pulls it back a little further and smashes his cleaver into the guy's, right into the Minotaur's head.
Indeed.
Okay, so you,
But avoiding the
Yeah, we need
headband.
that.
so as he, as he,
Surgically.
as he stands over, holding Eli's face with the axe outstretched in his hand, you come up to him and grab the back of his head and grab over.
right, yep.
It would actually be romantic if it was like you were on a date, you know, you kind of move up right
That's
behind him.
It's like
Yeah.
Ghost.
It's salsa.
and you take the axe and you just smash it into his own chest, and he lets out a
And he falls backwards.
gurgle as he falls down to both knees, looks at you, and says,
love connection.
Don't
and
think
falls
that's what it was.
backwards. I don't. That word I already said.
Oh,
It was.
yeah. You didn't get that.
Oh, it was Fetcher. And he is down.
Excellent. And I loot immediately.
You take the headband and put it on.
I turn towards the
Cobra Kai style.
Sola makes a dexterity save
With Bardic Inspiration.
with Bardic Inspiration. You know what? Why don't you roll the d20 and the d6?
Hold on, wait. How far from the dogs am I?
You're 10 feet from the dogs.
I'm gonna move right to him.
Okay.
That's it. Sorry.
Go ahead, Jax.
Oh yeah.
18. Plus whatever her modifier is.
She should be
A lot. That beats that on the dice. And so she,
Lit.
as her arms are being held
I
and this
saved you,
periton is
Molly.
being battered and pulled back, she kind of concentrates and pulls her arms in and falls down into a 3-point stance and rolls out of the way and looks back and sees the closet next to you and runs forward to try to slash at it. The periton does take a claw attack at her, opportunity attack,
7.
woo! And she continues her roll, and it misses as she sprints forward
No, it's my
Is
portent.
portent.
Oh.
and takes an attack at the closet,
2.
and that is
Don't get greedy.
a 20.
Because you got about 1s and 20s all day.
Take an 18 here.
That's a 19 to hit, so
Oh,
she
yeah.
rolls her damage. 9. And she decapitates its head, its little smiling, heckling head, and
He
it
wants to poke it.
disappears into a black
Poke
ichor.
someone else.
Still poke that
Are you
black
offering?
I'm dead right now, so you can do whatever you want to me.
That's kind of illegal.
Okay, Rygar, you are up. As this
Rated
thing,
R.
as this
What?
thing is falling over your head.
Yeah,
Get
turn
rated.
and take a few steps over to get some cover out of its sight and fire.
Okay,
what?
make your attack.
Parry
Paraton.
Oh, I hope Morthos gets the head.
This dog's
It's a 9.
As the arrow flies past, having been jostled around and
Dog's
beaten,
face.
and the death dog with hold right in front of it takes 2 attacks. The first one is an 8 plus something and misses. The second one's an 18 plus 4 is 22. Alright, so that's 1d6, 7 slashing damage to you, and your hit points are again reduced, maximum reduced by 5. But you are not diseased.
That's good.
That's good. Yes.
7 damage?
7 damage.
I fall again.
You go down. Hold goes down. Ooh. Okay,
Too far away from
he's
me.
gonna be close. Morthos, you're up.
So we just need to cram some good berries in our mouths.
So, how high is the Paraton right now?
10 feet up.
So I cannot take a melee attack, can I? Or can I reach it?
You
with
can
that?
try an acrobatics check to see if you can jump up to slash it.
That's what we will
Oh,
try
wait,
to
what
do.
am I gonna try and do?
Okay, so Morthos, you turn and just go to jump off the side of the wall to give yourself enough, and you get right up there and bring your sword down into its back. Make your attack.
Ooh. Is anyone within 5 feet or no? I mean, how does that work?
Vincent
He's up in
and
the air.
Nelsine are both within 5 feet. We'll say that this would be sneak attack.
Alright, so I have to make my attack now,
You
correct?
need to make your attack now.
Yes!
Natural 20.
About
Okay,
time.
roll your damage. Let's see.
I'm gonna make up for this.
It's resisting this.
That is so
because
Alright,
it's
it's
not
a
a
lot of
magical
dice.
weapon.
And 12, 17, 26, 27 plus 4 is 31.
31 halved is 15.
Take it.
It's not bad. That's the best thing.
To
Picking
the
up that
Paraton?
To the Paraton.
Yeah, right.
That many dice.
A voice
Add this on.
Yes!
whispers in the
Killed
darkness.
the Paraton.
I don't care as long as
Finish
I
him.
sever his head, I am not letting go.
So you jump up off the wall.
You actually
one
sever it
sword,
and put it into
I
your
have
one
mouth.
hold it
sword
on.
into its
Not-
back, and you pull yourself on top of it as its wings are beating wildly. And with your dagger, you turn it around and just rip it across its throat, its head being severed as you ride its body down into the water below you and land with a thud, holding it by its antlers and turning victoriously to the party behind you.
His hold screams to his death.
The one person who wanted the Paraton.
You have to go fish for it in my pocket.
All right, it is now. Well, no one's
Boss,
turn.
no boss, right?
No
The
boss.
Hellhound.
Ain't no
So
boss
Jax.
in
They're back here. Jax, you are up.
Now, if I give somebody good berry, is that an action or is that a bonus action?
It's an action to give another person a good berry, a bonus action to give yourself a good berry.
I am going to
We could just let him.
hold the good berry between my teeth so I could use my arms to pump my arms faster. I'm gonna run over to the love of my life, Eli. And because I'm
She's a man
running
right now.
so fast and hard, I will be placing the good berry in his mouth.
Yes, and so you reach
With
down
your mouth?
Yeah.
with the berry between your
How
lips, and you plunge it into his mouth, and as the juices of the berry run down your throat, your eyes pop open
Berry. Not
To some stubble.
as your berry has been popped.
So awesome.
And
I just go, first.
any way possible.
And you have 1 hit point, Eli.
I like that.
Hold, I need you to
Give me
make a
kiss
death
on-
save.
A little slap and stand up.
Why is it you miss Vincent?
Oh, I skipped all of you guys. I'm sorry, I went to Eli because of that. Yes, Vincent, you're up.
I'm gonna run back in
Please be a woman
to where I can see
You seem very open to my metaphor.
Hold.
Yep. Hold is 10 feet in front of you on the ground with a 2-headed dog haunched over him.
Biting my face off.
Fantastic. I will cast Sleep on the dog. Like, so just the dog is within the...
Yep. Roll
Circle.
your
Oh, excuse me.
hit point dice.
Got a couple of those puppies?
Do you need more?
I need one more. Oh, I got
Goodness. If this thing doesn't go down, oh well.
no.
When you roll that
7,
many
8,
ones.
13. What was that, 21?
The dog staggers for a second and both of its heads shake as it stays upright.
Stupid dog.
Bad dog.
Melcine.
Bad dog.
I am going to run up and give Hold a good berry.
So that you can get knocked out again.
So you put the berry in your mouth and you lean forward.
Yes.
I did it for efficiency.
You actually
As-
put it into your nose.
As you see,
Actually, water comes flying out of my nose.
as you see Jax's manly form lean over and give Eli a passionate berry
Get
kiss.
a room.
You reach down and you take a little bit of joy in manhandling Hold after he had just ripped you out of the river that you were so enjoying about a month back.
That is true.
And you kind of just shove the good berry into his mouth, and with a
Chip a tooth.
smile, as his eyes flutter open, you just say, "You're welcome." And you are back to 1 hit point. As Eli, you're now up. With Jax not even trying to get off of you, just kind of laying on top of you.
I say, please be a woman next time you do that. And I sit up.
You can fight all you want.
And can I get to? Oh, that's not smart.
So that's half of your movement is to stand up. He's 10 feet away. You have 15 feet left.
Should
I do that? Can I get to any sort of? No, he's on the ground too. Can I do a medicine check first on it? What's it look like, the hellhound?
Roll medicine.
Oh.
19.
It is hurt, but it's still pretty vigorous. So I'm not going to tell you the exact number of hit points he has, but he has 75% of his health left.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Are you serious?
I don't think anybody's been focusing on the dog.
I say,
I've just been.
He was hit one time.
I've just been getting bit over and over again.
I start walking over to it, I apparate the sword out again, and I yell, I have a good berry in my pocket for when I inevitably go down. And I go,
Yes! I will search your pocket.
I have one too.
Okay, Eli, got you.
thanks, man.
Just
And
like
I go to attack it.
Do it just like he did.
Like he did.
Woo!
Yes.
19 plus stuff.
That hits. Roll your damage.
7 plus 5, 12.
Well, nice.
Yeah, it's
Slash across one of its faces, and it begins to gush blood as one of its eyes is popped by your blade.
And this is magical, right?
And it is magical, and it, well, it's actually not magical. You didn't ignite it.
No, I don't have to. With this.
Oh yeah. So it's magical, but this doesn't resist normal attacks.
Oh, okay.
So it's either way, it doesn't matter.
I thought it was one that did.
And not this one, but it is hurt, and
I like limped over there.
does not like the head that you slashed looks at you as the other head is looking up at Hold, and Hold, you're now up.
I get up. And I punch it in the face.
Yeah. Roll your attack. The one looking at you.
After I move around it.
You got a sucker punch the other
Okay,
one.
yeah,
15
stand
feet.
up. You have 15 feet of movement.
Yep.
5, 10. You are
One
flanking.
head.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now you punch
And
in the
now,
butt.
again, I'm by myself on the opposite side of the Death Hound taking my entire life. Okay, we'll try. Let's try this. Okay. 25.
That hits. Roll your damage.
Hold.
Oof.
Oh boy.
Ooh, 6. Bludgeoning
6. All right. Bang! You hear its back crack as it
Feels better.
gets bludgeoned under the pressure of your unarmed blow. Sola is up. She sees what's going on and she ninja sprints in.
I already did that move.
And she goes to do her final key point, flurry of blows.
Love it.
Where she takes her sword and follows it with kind of like a mid-air bicycle kick as she goes to take it out. First attack
Jet Li style.
is a 15, which hits. Second attack is a 22, which hits. And a third attack is a 25, which hits. Man, I'm wrong. And she does
Yeah, she's not even here.
a lot of
Kills
damage
it.
here.
She literally kicked the dog.
And then Hold gives him the dog a good berry. Aw, poor dog.
She does 19 damage to it. And as she slashes it, she cuts off the first head. And as the blood spills forth and it staggers, the two kicks, poof, poof, she just pummels the already cut eye and bashes its brain in as it goes down. Ooh!
Ew, she's not wearing shoes, so its brain just squishes between her toes.
Yes.
She's pretty
And
vicious.
congratulations, Moniker. You
did!
survived.
We did it!
Really close.
I'm not feeling so good.
I'm feeling great.
Do you guys want to loot this tonight or next time?
I need to
I
go
didn't want to say
home.
it because I knew Matt was going to start
I
targeting.
know.
I'm like,
That's exactly why I didn't say
I need to
anything.
loot the head there.
Okay,
No.
so
It's
Can
10
we?
o'clock.
Can we go home?
9:56.
Pass out.
Yeah. We will start off next session
Looting.
with you guys looting.
Sounds good.
All right. And so you're all around here.
I killed a Minotaur. That big
I
Minotaur.
could do Song of Brass
And it is nighttime. So you're like around midnight at this point.
Can we just go to sleep?
Can we take a long rest
We all just
now?
fall asleep where we
And
are.
loot when we
But
wake
what
up?
about?
Yeah, we can do that, but we'll do that next session. So we'll pick up things there next session as you guys explore the rest of the cave, loot everything, and I want to figure out who's going to be doing what. So we're all rolling. Not going to do that. So we'll figure out who's doing what as we go, and we'll start off with that next time. And thank you all so much for sticking around with us as we got through the Fowl Presence. Was the name of this session. Fowl Presence. And Dakota, why don't you come on in and he's feeling better, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your thoughts and prayers for Dee. And come on in, Dee.
Hey guys, thank you so much for everything. Tonight we had a little bit to the left, I'll be right there. Tonight, if I could read the name a little better. Got it. We had one sub tonight, and we also
Hey,
thank you so much to
thank
Dawn.
you so much.
And also we had Time Wolf, so thank you so much for the follow.
Yes.
Time Buster.
Yep, Time
And
Buster, thank you.
Thank you so much, we appreciate it. And just also thank you so much for holding action. Do know that they're on Fridays.
Yep.
And that if we're not streaming, we host them. If you want to get in on this shebang of hosting each other on the days that we aren't streaming, if you're RPG or even just a gamer and you want to have more of a group, please feel free to DM us. We will get on that right away, and so that we can kind of have, you know, a group of compadres that are willing to send off our viewers to each other and just kind of build a community. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next week on a regular time.
Yep, so we will see you next Tuesday. Thank you, Dakota. See you next Tuesday at 7 o'clock right here as we pick up our adventure with some looting.
Yeah!
As we will do some more looting, dying, and repeating.
I certainly
Good night, everybody.
the dying.